Yeah, I really didn't think it was close in my judging, Agrilopolis. I don't know why you're having such trouble.
Because I actually wrote down and took notes,
I
Anson.
did. I did too.
I'm not
Oh,
just fucking
You're being
around with
judged
my
right now. That's
clarity.
crazy.
Paying attention is cringe. What are you doing?
He doesn't have
You also vote
yeah.
for
who
chicks
pays
because of
attention?
chicks, Anson. Come on.
Who does that?
But
What is broke?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna have to say, like, I got one more point, and it was on Marte, just because of their back and forth.
That is
I appreciate the
all
back and forth,
good.
Beth. That was actually good. You were
Absolutely.
good.
That's
That
really
was
fun.
tough though.
Let's do it again sometime, and hopefully I don't fuck up my. If I had not fucked up my opening,
You did it. You did really good in the debate. I appreciate the spirited debate back and
I had
forth.
to
Actually-
ask, though, Gibbs, is
I was-
that a 5.7? What is that?
I was looking for that term, Tyler, the oppression, but I could not. That's
Yeah,
why I
me?
was just like, I was searching for words and not finding it.
Yeah.
But he was coming at me so hard, I just fucking said, just go with the argument. Fuck the title.
That was like one of
Yeah,
the
can I
extra
ask you a
points that
question?
I gave Marte was because of he was pretty intense with it, and he was forming his words pretty good too. Not that you weren't, but
I don't mind it.
It gives
Somebody
you
was
asked about your
asking
cartoon
questions.
pistol.
Yeah,
Sorry.
somebody said they wanted to ask a
Yeah, I
question.
thought I heard my name.
It gives
yeah,
you
I
asked about your
asked if
cartoon
that was
pistol.
a 5.7 or what is that?
What are you looking?
That's the
Your
background.
picture.
That's the
bro.
background. Gibbs
It's a
doesn't have
cartoon.
his camera on for
Oh,
this
I'm
bill,
just seeing
so
through Gibbs. I
Yeah.
got you.
it's the only time he doesn't really
Well,
exist.
then Grid is that a 5.7 or what is it?
No, it's a 1911.
Okay.
1911.
So that'd be a
No,
45.
I don't have a gun, but I got
45.
Oh, that's on 1911. We all knew that.
So who's debating next?
Well, excuse me.
I say
Well,
Gibbs and
Let's
Grumple.
get into it.
Gibbs
So,
and
all right,
Grumple. Yeah.
Gibson Grumple sounds nice.
Yeah,
Nah,
look
Gibbs
good when
wins.
you
Battle
got
of the G's.
Have a good one, Beth.
Gibbs and Grumple.
Good debate, Beth.
Why
Appreciate
would
it.
you do that? I was thinking I was thinking Gibbs and horseradish.
I just got
Ooh, yeah,
here.
we can do that.
I just
Yeah,
got
okay,
here.
so-
What's going on?
I say Gibbs and horseradish. Gibbs and horseradish.
Gibbs and Pixels.
I'll debate
You
Grumple
know
over
what?
whether or not
There
the
is
Air
a lot
Force
of
is
static
superior
from
to the Marine
Pixels.
Corps. How about that?
We got a lot of statics from Pixels, so I mean, Gibbs could
Actually,
possibly
Rick,
win
can I ask you
on
a
his
question? Will
static
this be
alone.
up later so I can at least clip my own content and reproduce it on my channel?
Yes.
I don't know who's talking.
If you need it, let me know, Marte. But yes.
Yeah, I'll take that debate and just use it for content and just repost it. And I'll send all my subscribers to Grid's channel as well, too. So,
Oh, appreciate that, man. Appreciate
yeah,
that.
man. Yeah, for sure, man. You support me, put me on, and platform me. I'll do the same for you, too.
Dude, I'm the easy. So I feel like because I know a lot of people here are kind of new and they don't understand the lore behind who I think BB, the person I just kicked, is. I think it's EB3, and EB3 is an English jerk who, for some reason, went after Andrew, and when he couldn't get a debate with Andrew because Andrew told him to piss up a rope. He came over here. I had him on a few times. He seemed like a reasonable sort of dude, and then he went batshit crazy, made all kinds of weird allegations and all that kind of stuff. And so I told him to kick rocks. And then I had two debates with he was like, I'm the best debater in the world. And so I had two debate. I debated him twice. I literally did fold him both times. And one of his debates was like, it was really weird because in England, the law is that if you have a YouTube channel like I do that's monetized, they consider that a business, and he can go to YouTube and request my information, phone number and everything, real name, everything. And so he has it. And then he basically insinuates that he'll release that. Well, first of all, if you can't find out who I am and find my direct phone number that I've had for over 20 years,
Ramish.
you suck. Okay? I'm literally a public figure, and I
Doing
have
some
been for
panels.
over 20 years.
Or Grid's panel.
So, yeah. I mean, if you
I
want to
think
call
he
me
was
that
also
bad.
insinuating he was going to dox a lot of other people.
Yeah, he was basically, it insinuates that he's going to dox everybody.
Like
right?
if you're on here and in this public space, you can be doxxed, like according to him.
Right. Yes. But he says, well, but it's not doxing because I'm not going to make the information public. And I'm like, and then I got him in a debate, and I won the debate because he literally said, even if I did, nobody's going to come over here and prosecute me for doxing. No, I'm in England, you're in America, you're not going to come over here and take me to court. Well, I got to be honest. I have a lot of time. I'm retired. I got some money.
Very productive.
Don't tempt me.
Actually,
right? Like this is not a good. It's not a good bet with
I
me.
didn't stream last
and some
night,
of the
so
other
I feel
people
obligated to
that
go
are
live
involved
now,
as well.
oh,
So I got rid of him.
Grid's
He's
doing a
not
show.
He's
Jump
not
on.
banned. He
At least
can
to get
come in
started.
here.
Hey, Misfit.
And so it's not like I would care about him doxing. It was his attitude, and I kind of got the same thing off of the dude that was just here. Oh, don't piss me off. Don't I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. And now the ultimate thing is I find this fucking hilarious because Cam's right. It literally takes under 2 minutes to find almost anyone in on the planet's information. That's why Pixels is Pixels right now, because you can literally find him with a 5-minute Google search if he wasn't Pixels, right? And so,
Unless you've taken painstaking work to make it not such, like no pictures anywhere that have your name attached.
Right.
No other information that has your name attached, which does
So
take a lot
anyway,
of work. Going
this
away.
guy-
I'm sorry.
I find this really fucking funny, and so I make fun of it at every opportunity. I'm not whining about it. I'm not being overly dramatic. I find it fucking hilarious. I find it funny to tell him to suck my left nut because that's the one he deserves. Right? Can't get the right one. The right one's good.
Yeah, for the most part, it's
You probably should have told that to average scrotum enjoyer over here. I mean, he probably
oh, that's cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded.
Shots fired.
Marte, just as an FYI, if you wait till like a week, I'll do the clip, so you don't have to do it. You have to wait like a week and hit me up.
Yeah.
That sounds good. If you can do that, that'll work, man.
Yeah, he does all the clips. So
I mean, Grid, it kind of sounds like that guy doesn't have any understanding of the fact that like guys in your age group, my age group, and even some guys in their mid to late 30s, like we had fake IDs. We may have used fake IDs to make YouTube accounts. We may have it's like, so what if the EBR has registered what I have on YouTube? That may not actually be who I am.
Look, here's the thing, man.
Who gives
Again,
a fuck?
I was a public figure. I mean, literally, if you search my username, it will come up with my old business. It will come up with the address of my old business, which doesn't exist anymore. You can, I mean, I'm easy to find. I'm not hiding. If you really want to find me, I mean, hey, it's easy. Now, other people take other precautions. I don't care. I think honestly, it's weird if you want to find me, but whatever. And but it is what it is. And that's why I find it funny. I thought maybe some explanation was in order for some of the newer guys. I find it funny. It's not I don't really give a shit about the dude. He has literally, I've lived in his head rent free for the last 3 months.
I think he's gone around to
He is-
most of the Panelverse spaces and tried to do that same thing and got banned from most of them.
Yeah, I think he's banned in a lot of places. He is not banned here. He could come here. He will get ridiculed. A lot of people will make a lot of fun of him, and he will not enjoy his time here. But it is what it is.
Just kind of wonder
spaces
why
and
he
tried
makes
to do
such a
that same-
big point that he quote unquote can do that. Like, so fucking what, dude? Like,
Right.
move on.
Well, and he speaks like what's his Johnny Depp in the fucking pirate movie.
Pirates of the
Listen, guys.
Caribbean.
I like we the United States had a tea party all those years ago, so I don't have to give a shit about none of what they.
That's right. I don't give a shit. About that.
Like, let's do some debate.
Well, we got some baiting going on here. All right, so who did we say was next?
Gibbs and horse
before
radish.
you do
Gibbs,
No,
my
get
man
Gibbs on the fucking
Gibbs.
table.
My
Before
man
you
Gibbs
do that,
and
I will definitely go against Gibbs, but I was kind of hoping to get to debate Grumple actually.
Oh,
So
you
I
want
will
to
take
debate
whatever-
Grumple?
If
I
we
will
go,
take-
one of us
I
has to
know,
leave,
you
and
will.
I just got here, man.
No, all right. Well, I'm sure I'm going to lose. Arson is one of the judges, so it's like it's a
Arson.
done part.
Let Gibbs go. Let me hang out for just a little bit.
But no, let's go.
That's
Gibbs.
another name for him. He likes
I'm
to
ready
burn
for it,
shit
buddy.
down. That's for damn sure.
I've even got a
I mean,
prompt ready for you.
if Grumple's up for it, I'll. I mean,
No,
I don't
no.
know if he wants to.
He's
No,
right.
no.
He's
Let
right.
me hang out
Here
for just a
for-
little bit, and then.
Yep, I've been
then we
sitting
can
here
go.
patiently for an
I
hour
just
and
got
45
here.
minutes. Let the man sit there for a minute. I'm all about it.
Great, I gotta leave, but I'll be. Thank you so much for having me on.
Oh yeah,
Have an
absolutely,
excellent
Emmett.
night.
And hey, man, thanks for all the solid work you've been doing on the clips, my man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
See ya, Emmett.
Yeah.
See you soon.
We'll see
Have
you,
a
buddy.
great one,
Good
everybody.
night.
Back to
And
Mexico,
I am
buddy.
going to do
Say hi to the
this
birds
debate.
for me, man.
I am
Stay
going to
safe,
do
bud.
this debate and judge it without any fucking notes, just like Anson. And let's see how that turns out.
Wow.
Fantastic. That's
Wait,
a bad
wait,
plan.
So
wait,
bad
before
tonight.
we go,
So
okay,
bad.
I got
There's
a
so many-
message
there's so
from
much
So
hate
Wildly
in
to
the
Grumple. It's a
much
love,
hate
it's
in
a
the
love
air.
letter. It says Grumple is gay.
Wow.
Wait, is that from
Wow.
Robert? Robert, why
wrote
can't
it.
you say it in my chat? You jerk.
Wow.
Does it have a check, yes or no, on the bottom?
Yes. That's awesome. Gibbs, is your camera just not working?
It should be working fine. Here, I can leave and come back if you want me to.
Yeah, pop out and pop back in for some, or no. Oh, I got that was
now?
weird. No, still no camera. Yeah, just pop out and pop back in. How are you doing?
I'm
Course,
doing
right.
swell, sir. How about yourself?
I'm having a great time.
Good.
Not making any money,
Yeah,
but I'm having a great time.
yeah. Again, I make like $5 a month on Twitch, even whenever I'm having a good month. So if we're doing this for the money, we're doing the wrong fucking thing.
Right.
So funny enough, I actually have kind of a cooked up prompt for Mr. Gibbs.
Uh-oh.
No, it's the thing. I guess I can.
Yeah, now it works. Look at that. Look at that.
Sunglasses.
Have I been off cam in here the whole time?
The whole
Did Ronnie
time?
Millsap just walk in? What the fuck?
That's
is
great.
I thought it was Waylon Jennings, man.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could go either way.
Or the dude that ate Waylon Jennings. Either way.
Yeah,
All right.
either way.
I got a prompt for you, Mr. Gibbs. First of all, pleasure to meet you,
All right.
sir. I'm the horseradish. So I saw you on a stream once upon a time, and there was a particular thing that you were doing that kind of got under my skin, and I feel like it is a perfect opportunity for us to be able to discuss it. My prompt or my proposition would be that no true patriot would desecrate the American flag. That a true patriot would follow the U.S. flag code, if you want to be more specific. Is that something that you would be willing to debate?
Yeah, we
on?
can debate that. Sure.
All right, and so you would say the opposite of that, that a person can still be a patriot even if they disrespect the flag.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. That was probably the easiest fucking prompt selection you've had all night, wasn't it, Mr. Grid?
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah,
it makes my eyes water sometimes.
No,
it really does. I'm just like, come on already. And especially like the first one was terrible because I was like, I gave them, and I specifically gave like really direct prompts. And what do you mean? What?
I actually wrote down like 4 of them that I was like, ooh, if he comes to me, I'm gonna be ready to be like, ooh, give me that one.
All right, man. All right. Well, so who is the affirmative on this one?
Well,
you got the F.
Yeah, I was about to say if we go with my framing, then I would be the F.
Yep, I believe you are. Yep. Okay.
And I will repeat it just so that we can make sure that we have it together. That no true or which actually I kind of framed it 2 different ways. Greg Gibbs, if you would like, you tell me which one you would prefer, sir. Would you prefer it to be that no true patriot would desecrate the flag, or would you prefer it to be that a true patriot would obey the U.S. flag code?
You pick. I don't care.
Okay, let's go with the second one then. I actually prefer that one.
A true patriot would follow the U.S. flag code.
Would follow the U.S. flag code, yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, we just start talking whenever you're ready.
That goes me first, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers to that. All right. So, the U.S. flag code was created right around the time of World War II. Well, actually, it was created before the World War II. It was actually it was publicly acknowledged formally by the Congress during World War II or just after. And the idea was for us to be able to set up a framework for the appropriate behavior, display, and treatment of the U.S. flag. This was a time when patriotism was critical to our nation's success. And every single person that I have ever spoken to who considers themselves a patriot seems to disrespect or disregard the U.S. flag code, such as making commercials using silly flags or desecrating the flag and making it say blue stripes or red stripes or no stripes, or they'll put something like a Punisher skull on it, or more importantly, they will wear sunglasses that have the U.S. flag or a hat, and all of those are directly against the U.S. flag code.
That was literally 1 minute exactly. All right, are you ready, Gibbs?
Sure.
There you go.
One of the first things that's protected in the United States Constitution is the freedom of speech. The flag code is secondary to that, first of all. I would like to argue that this man has just said that all the people that fought at the Battle of Iwo Jima, when they raised that flag and they erected a statue in their honor, are not true patriots. This man just said the greatest generation isn't patriots when they threw flags out of buildings outside of the United States when they were in World War II. All the other times we've flown the U.S. flag and all these different various opportunities weren't always that flag code. And they were all true patriots. You know what else? What's more American than saying fuck the system and us doing things with the shit of being the best? I can't tell you anything more based than railing a light cocaine, doing some push-ups, drinking a beer, shotgun a beer, and then doing the American flag jump up and down in an American flag jumpsuit. That is based, and we got to keep it this way. God bless America, and God bless the American flag.
6 seconds left. That's awesome. All right. So 5 minutes on the clock. One of you just start when you're ready.
All right, so
you would argue that all these people in wartime that raised the flags that would signal all these different things that didn't follow the U.S. flag code are true patriots.
So the Statue of Iwo
Yes
Jima,
or no?
you use that as a great example. I'd like to stick there for just a second. The Statue of Iwo Jima was literally them lifting the flag out of the dirt so as to maintain its respect. So great
Was it
example.
following the U.S. flag code?
The statue, yeah, that's following.
No, it was absolutely not following the U.S. flag code. It didn't follow to the letter. Well, you can look this up.
Because they were in a combat situation.
Yeah, it's combat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You said in the prompt you chose. Hold on, the prompt you chose. Hold on. Just be clear. In the prompt you chose, there's no true patriot doesn't follow the U.S. flag code, and then the true patriots follow it. So therefore, if you agree that it wasn't the U.S. flag code because of combat situation,
getting it up off of the ground,
already you've lost the debate because we agree that patriots don't always follow the U.S. flag code in wartime situations. That's one stipulation.
As soon as it touched the ground, those soldiers, those patriots, they were literally
there's no exception.
Gentlemen, over talking is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really easy, simple point.
I was trying to engage with the first point.
There's no exception. In the prompt you put forth, there's no exception, right? For what you said, it's encompassing all situations prompt. All right, I let you pick that for a reason. So then, when I bring up a combat situation like Iwo Jima and like the statue that was erected of Iwo Jima, that are you with U.S. fans? Because there's one exception right there that you already agreed to. Therefore, that nullifies.
Have you read the U.S. flag?
Even arguing. That's not. It doesn't matter if I read the U.S.
Absolutely, that's the core of the debate.
Absolutely doesn't matter because we're
talking about whether or not if you don't know what the actual.
I would argue it's more based if I hadn't read the U.S. flag code.
Be debating what is
I believe in freedom of speech, and I'm not beholden to some pussy ass code. I believe in God bless America, and we're going to exhibit the baseness that is America in all ways.
You were talking about freedom
why should we be restricted by some old tradition whenever we can sit here and figure out what the format is?
We can do that all night, man.
Whooping that ass in an American flag. This is why people have giant flags when they go to stadiums.
All right, I'm just going to
God bless America, and they shake it and they wear. They're not following flag code and they're chanting USA at these different events.
That is against the US
they're not true patriots.
That is not
you're
the
saying they're not patriots either.
There's
two different examples right there. And you think you hate these patriots? Why do you hate America?
I can sit here and talk across you as well.
Why?
Are we going to actually engage with
the point, but you're not making the point. I've already refuted the whole debate. I've given you two different specific.
You've already made it clear that you do not know what the US flag code states.
It doesn't matter if I know it or not. I'm giving you two examples.
Debating the U.S. flag code,
is not all
absolutely.
I've given you two specific combat scenarios, sports scenarios.
Getting it above
more examples if you want.
Gentlemen, once that has been talking over each other too much.
Yes, we have been the whole time. I agree. Thank you. So once again, back to the original point I was trying to make. If you know the U.S. flag code, then you would know that getting it up off the ground is the first priority. The statues that they have made,
there's parts of it that are prioritized.
That's absolutely true. Yes, and there is no part.
It's just more like a list of guidelines.
Stop.
It's more like a list of guidelines that don't actually matter. Then. Okay, cool.
Once again, it's not the guidelines that don't matter. It's that getting up off the ground is the first priority, and those soldiers knew that.
And my point was, is
they did that.
you're doing it
afterwards. I guarantee you,
with my intent.
if that bag was that flag was burned,
there's nothing wrong with it. We're using the flag however you want.
I reiterate.
Oh, so you've just reviewed my whole case.
Thank you. If you do not know what the U.S. flag code states, there's no way you can meaningfully debate whether or not it was being used or respected in that particular.
Even by your own metric, you realize you've proven my case, right? Because you stated in those two examples that I gave you were not following the flag code, right? And then you stated in your example of the flag code, the first thing is to get them off the ground. That means
you read the flag code, you would understand
disrespect the flag. It's to disrespect the flag.
When you're both talking,
but if we're going to
disrespectful,
you can
he's keeping score.
It doesn't have to be a flag code. I'm just saying you're agreeing with my case.
So I might have been wrong. I might have been wrong that it didn't actually touch the ground. They were preventing it from touching the ground.
Either way,
the point is
behind
the intent behind it was to make sure to keep that flag raised high and keep it respected. And so,
but it wasn't the flag code, so they weren't true patriots by your.
It was the flag code. That's what I'm saying.
Did it follow every letter of the flag code? Every single.
That's literally the purpose of that.
It absolutely does not follow every single one. We know that's not true. You're just wrong. You're wrong.
This is okay. So again, the whole priority was to keep it from touching the ground. That is as patriotic as you can get.
So, but it didn't follow every single
as
one
a
of the rules,
fucking coat,
yes or no?
Draping your shoulders with it is a direct disrespect.
I'll just list all the different ways it didn't follow.
That would be awesome because
that's what you want me to do.
I've already asked.
I'll just pull it up. Well, it's too late, but it's good because we know it didn't follow flag code, so therefore they're too late.
All right, I'm going to read this super chat before the judging. By the way, guys, when you overtalk, nobody can hear what you're saying, so your points go unheard. $5 comes in from Wicked Wally. Was Rocky violating the flag code wearing USA trunks when he put the Siberian Express, aka Death from Above, Ivan Drago, on the mat for America?
Yes. Him sweating into our United States flag was disrespectful to it. 1,000%.
Bald sweat is not becoming of the flag. I agree.
This is the flag code, bro. It's not like I wrote the motherfucker. I was just raised.
Guys, get into it. Come on.
It was a pleasure, Mr. Gribbs.
Everybody calm down.
Anson? I have a key point. Maybe you want to hear it before the judges on flag code.
No.
Okay, I'll tell you.
That was super painful. And tonight I'm judging on pistis, which is whether or not you have a holistic argument that basically maintains your ability to have credibility, right? If you're going to be taken seriously after the debate's over. And I really hated Hoser Radish's argument. If you actually believe that, then I couldn't possibly, think less of you. But based on the way that Admiral Gibbs ran that debate, like it was basically just like a nonstop Spurg fest, and it ate into his credibility every time. And Hoser Radish brought it up, and Grid had to say, "Hey, stop," but it didn't stop after that, right? And so basically, Gibbs, you undercut your argument. Just if you would have let him run his mouth a little more, you could have knocked him down some because he didn't have good points, But anyway, I gave it to Hoser Radish by 1 point.
All right, and Tyler.
Oh, okay. So first point into the introductions. Horseradish, your argument from the opening was arguing essentially best practice of the flag. And Gibbs said, well, I mean, I can give you alternative practices that are just as American. That to me was not addressing your best practice argument. It was saying, look, there's other ways to go about it as well. Basically allowing you to win the argument that your way was the most respectful way. That was just a little mini battle that was going on in there. Another one you guys were having based off of the prompt was, in a sense, Gibbs was arguing that there's a lot of things you could say. Fuck the system. Fuck the system is disrespectful to the system, disrespectful to the troops, and he's arguing the most pure form of patriotism. Your alternatives, essentially, that were given here, and I'm not saying there aren't alternatives you could have given, but the ones you gave here were saying, well, fuck the system, disrespect it all you want. And in essence, that's the exact opposite of you were embodying anti-patriotism in the debate about what a true patriot would do. So I get what your spirit was, but he was arguing best practice, and you were just arguing applicable methods. And then on top of that, I don't know if it's because I've been the victim of it from you as well, or if it's what Anson said that it ruined your credibility. But not engaging him in good faith and letting him give a single point out, kind of, in my opinion, hurt you more than it helped you this time. I gave it to Horst.
I'll just go ahead and let the last one go.
Grillipus. Agrillipus.
Those crickets are loud.
Yeah.
Well, since he's gone, I will say this because I do have to go out there anyway, so it's perfect. Thanks for the debate. Listen, now I know that Anson always scores by some crazy.
He froze up again.
To me?
No, Agrillipus.
Yeah, Tyler here. I'm very disappointed. First of all, I didn't apply applicable alternatives, right? The argument was, and this is a LD debate, right? We're sitting here. He put forth a value. The value is the prompt right here is that no true patriot is going to follow this, right? And if I give you an example and you agree to one example that is patriotic but it doesn't follow this code, therefore that negates your entire argument because his example, his prompt, the prompt he gave is all encompassing. There's no examples that can be patriotic. No true patriot would do X, Y, Z. And so if I give you this in an LD debate, I'm giving the opposite of the value, right? So if he agrees with that, then you hear me? Secondly, you said this, by the way. This might be bad faith, however. But if they don't ever say a point or they can't get a point out, then you control that debate. You won. I'm just saying.
Okay, so that's not inherently true.
Hold on.
Met you and told you that
I'll be quick.
Let Agra talk, dude.
Guys,
the
one at a time.
The best part of the debate was the intro. Other than that, I couldn't really hear shit either one was saying. Gibbs was going off. Horst was trying to talk, but you both talking at the same time. I couldn't really get any of your points. That was the best time ever for me not to take notes. But I'd have to go with Horst because he's the one that actually proved the point. When Admiral Gibbs was talking about raising the flag in Iwo Jima, that was literally confirming how to properly handle the flag. All the rest of it was just spurging out. I mean, so that kind of sucked. I mean, I don't want to that was the most shitty debate I have ever heard in my entire life. But
it's like your one slam dunk Gibbs was actually against your whole fucking premise. Like you didn't fucking do that.
I mean,
Agra might not have been done.
Okay.
I tend to tone match. And so if somebody starts trying to talk across me, I'll just talk louder. So again, I apologize for that. You're absolutely right.
It ain't you, Horseradish. Gibbs could have given you some room to fucking make your point. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And he thought he won because of it. You just said that if he can't get a point across, then I win. That's what you said.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Let me just ask you a question, right? If you go somewhere and one person makes a point and the other person isn't able to say anything, and then you leave, you only know one side. The other person didn't have anything to say, right? That's how you
mean you won the argument, though.
Okay.
That's a win, though.
That's your Twitch brain taking over your fucking shit, and it ain't.
Yeah, I don't. Guys, I don't want to have a debate about the debate. Feedback is cool, but debating about the debate is not cool.
But yes, thank you for having me. I do have to go there anyway, so it's perfect timing.
Gibbs,
Horseradish, good W. Thanks for
Gibbs, before you run off, before you run off, I think that the way I would have come at that argument is the entire Olympic team wears USA flags.
I did make that argument. I brought up sports.
Nobody could hear it, but yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, I made that point. It was like you agree with sports being a thing. So yeah.
Second, every soldier in a combat zone wears subdued flags. Every single one. The most patriotic people on the planet.
And for what it's worth, there is a proper way to wear that.
There is.
Again,
it's in the U.S.
But it's not the flag code.
No, it is.
No, it
it's in the
actually
flag
is.
code. The
It's
appropriate way
part
to
of it.
wear a flag on a
It
to,
is part
to
of it.
display
Yes.
But if
so,
you chop it up to make it a thing, that's where it technically breaks.
if I may,
There's a point of
I'm
wait,
a
hang on,
veteran.
hang on, Sparky. I wanted to go first. Sparky, hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. I said I was gonna go for okay.
Yep.
So Mount Suribachi, the Marines raising the flag, that never touched the ground. That's not why they were raising it. They were raising it in victory with a smaller flag. The picture is from when it was being replaced with a bigger one. It never touched the ground. I want unless, and I that like Marine Corps history. I even was like, where is this thing? Did it ever touch the ground? I'm not able to find anything, Gibbs, on that. Just that.
Okay.
That
no, I didn't
premise
say touch
just-
the ground. He was going to say touch the ground, and my premise was, and when I looked it
No,
up,
you said-
looked it up, that. No, I
You
did
said
not
touch
say
the
that. He said it touched the ground. He said they didn't stop it from touching the ground. I said that when they raised the Iwo Jima flag, if you go and look, it does not follow the flag code in several different ways. And if you're a U.S. soldier, you don't always have the flag being put up, especially because you use it sometimes as a locator, like it's on the map or whatever, in like a visual line of sight kind of thing. All sorts of different ways. You have like flags and all sorts of shit.
The only thing that wouldn't
whenever
be
you
following
raise
it-
the victory,
What
it's
the
not
hell
always.
does that even mean?
is if it wasn't illuminated
If I
at
hang a
night. That's the
flag
only
off,
thing. in-
hold on. If I like take over a building and we hold the flag, throw the flag over the side of it, and so we eventually go put the flag up on the thing. That's not following U.S. flag code. That's
Actually,
well, it
the
is if the
victory.
stars are top left. However,
It's
it was on a
acknowledged.
pole.
Yeah, it's acknowledged in the U.S. flag code.
Not always.
If stars are top
Yeah.
left and you display it vertically, it's fine. It just has to be
It
stars
does.
top
It
left.
literally. Why don't you look up right now if it followed every example of the flag code when you do it? It's
I
not-
literally had it open for the debate.
Okay.
I'll put the link if you'd like.
I think
All
Gibbs,
right,
you could have made some really good arguments there. I really
That's fine.
I wish I
I
could have
lost. It's
heard.
okay. I'll be
I
great.
could,
Thank
it
you.
would have been better if we hadn't had the whole spur.
Flip it
That's
around.
cool.
I disagree with that.
I do like your outfit, Gibbs. Are you going out?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
good
trying to go
looking
do a
sexy.
squash cast. But all right, y'all be good.
Get
Y'all
out
have
of
a
here.
good one.
Go away. Go do your
I
thing.
will.
Well,
See you,
to be
Gibbs.
fair, that would have been great. I just wish I could have heard each argument. You know,
Yeah.
all I heard was both of them talking over each other, and I couldn't.
Yeah, it
Hey,
was it was very hard to hear even from my point of view, and I have all the controls.
Again, I want to point out that part of what Gibbs argued that made him successful in that was the fact that nobody heard Horseradish's argument, right?
Yeah,
That
I
was the
mean,
point.
there is that, but
The
it still
obfuscation was
discredited
the
him.
point. So
It
that's
discredited him a lot.
awful.
But here's now I will argue, Hoser, real quick. Hacksaw Jim Duggan was a patriot, and he violated flag code all the time. The Bud Light girls and their bikini team, they are fucking patriots, and I dare you to say they're not, but they're wearing
not.
flags. And
Hacksaw went
Okay.
Canadian.
Average
Hacksaw
scrotum enjoyer is currently violating flag code as we speak.
No,
Exactly.
wait, no, hang.
And he is a patriot.
Actually,
flag. I saw it.
As a
Actually, yeah, it's
combat veteran
backwards.
And a former member of the U.S. Air Force Honor Guard. I understand what flag code
Unmirror it.
means.
That's just a check mark
But-
you have to check.
My
But
image-
here's the deal.
Right.
Here's the real deal. Even the president has displayed the flags improperly because their protocol officers didn't do their job right. Okay, you can make mistakes and still be a patriot. Now, your premise, and you may believe this, and if you do, I'm sorry, but your logic is flawed.
You're
Okay,
forgiven.
you can be a patriot and still disrespect the flag because you can disagree with what your country is doing, and the way you show that is through disrespect of the symbol of that country.
So you're
is-
advocating for burning the American flag.
Oh yeah.
So
I actually don't care if someone burns the flag, bro.
Aircraft Sparky, let me just. I want
supposed to burn
I
it,
want to make
doesn't it?
another point here that Sparky's kind of getting to, but he hasn't quite hit yet. There are all sorts of military insignia that have the American flag on it that, in a way, that does not meet flag code.
Well, there are exceptions to flag code, and there are provisions within the UCMJ that allow for that.
Well, I think one of the specific ones he used, for example, was to put a Spartan helmet, or I forget exactly what he said, but
Punisher helmet. The
Punisher helmet.
That
So that actually, just a little bit of lore. The Punisher flag was originally used by a couple of different units in Afghanistan, and actually the guy who wrote the Punisher was got really pissed off about it. But you're not going to tell those guys what they can't do.
Horse, your argument was incredibly based. Don't listen to these beta fucking leftist cucks that want to
Turn the fucking flag around.
He says he violates flag code.
Tyler, as soon as you fix your flag, I will listen to a word out of your
One
mouth.
piece of advice.
The image is flipped.
One piece of advice for horseradish:
You're fucking it up.
things that are manufactured as like having the blue stripe or the red stripe, those are not violating flag code. This is the flag code stance on it. This is clarification. You can look it up. That if it's manufactured with the blue stripe or red stripe, like the thin blue, like whatever, as much as I dislike those, they are not violating flag code because it's not defacing a flag. It's not defacing a flag. It was created like that.
I got a question.
If somebody changed a flag,
Flag should never be used as a wearing apparel, bedding, or drapery. It should
if
never be
somebody
festooned,
created,
drawn back,
if
nor up in folds, but always allowed to fall free.
Well,
if it was a flag first and somebody changed it, that would be defacing.
One at a time.
Just to clarify, if it was a flag first, dude, if it was a flag first and then somebody defaced it, versus if it was manufactured like that, that would be violating flag code. If it was manufactured like that, it's not violating flag code. Just please continue. That is all.
So I actually have a different line of questioning on this. I understand what you're saying, Horseradish, where you're saying that you would like for it to be following the flag code because it's a flag code, and that's what people should be following if they're going to display the flag. And you said that anybody that doesn't follow that is not a true patriot. So by that logic, just understanding that you're wanting to follow things to the letter of the law and whatnot, you would say that all of our Air Force astronauts that have planted flags on the moon are not true patriots.
Ooh, that's a really good one. And I was expecting him, or I was hoping that he wouldn't get to that one, because you're right. Technically, it is propped up in a way that not falling free, so it is technically breaking the flag code. But there was a whole thing that I read about why
actually
had no choice and all that.
It's three different codes, actually. It's not aloft, because aloft would be in the air. Air is defined as 78% nitrogen and 20-some-odd% oxygen.
Yeah, that doesn't
with
exist.
minor.
Got it.
Right. It's only a thing on Earth. Earth has air. Other planets have something different, right? Also, it's not flowing free. There's like three different codes it's violating.
Sure. Yeah,
no, you're right. 100%.
I just look at it like this.
Oh wait, you believe in the moon? Get a little of this guy.
I know there's two other veterans in here, and
and
we may not agree on this. I probably have the spicy take, but at least three veterans, and we don't agree on if following the flag code to the T makes you less of a patriot or not.
Sure.
No.
All of us are willing to put our lives on the line.
I don't think adhering to the flag code defines a patriot. I'll say that.
Yeah,
right?
sure. Yeah, I think
it was
the
a
flag
debate.
code. The flag code is.
I like it as a prompt.
It was a debate.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You just did.
Yeah. So, I mean, just I'm just asking this because I haven't looked up the flag code 100% to the T. But historically speaking, is it anti-patriotic if, like, when people are marching into battle and that fucking flag falls and the next person's like, fuck that, and picks it up? Like, isn't that historically what we
That's
do?
preserving flag code, in my opinion.
That is correct. That is the correct thing to do. And at the end, it needs to be burned.
So the argument, it needs to get burnt after that? Is that what you said?
If it touched the ground, or if it's tattered, it has to be burned.
There are a couple of different ways.
If it's tattered or damaged, but if it's like, aren't you supposed to inspect
No, if it touches the ground, you're supposed to burn it.
If it touches the ground, it's like you can throw it in the ocean.
So why
I've got something.
historically, when we're going into battles, the flag drops, someone else picks it up?
Yes.
So
but in combat situation, also, you don't have unlimited supplies, so
everything y'all are referencing. No,
that's a good point,
gentlemen. Not as a piece of trash.
Everything y'all are referencing is arbitrary, made-up nonsense and appealing to authority. All right. The reason why the flag is important, and it's important to be able to deface it.
Tell us why we're all Nazis, because we're part of the military.
I didn't say anything about Nazis. All right. What I'm talking about is that it's more patriotic if you're, say, a service member who took an oath to the Constitution to actually fight against the government who fights unconstitutional wars currently. But every veteran is a coward for not going against their government who fights constant unconstitutional wars, right? Y'all had a duty to uphold the Constitution against domestic enemies that were the president many times, who were overstepping their authority, and y'all didn't do it. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't really care what y'all have to say about the flag.
Okay, great.
Right.
You and the horse you rode in on.
Gentlemen.
Why didn't you?
As much as I'm already long. I would like to get through this relatively
Right.
quickly.
Don't brag.
I don't think we're going to get down
I'm
to just
thick for what
one.
it's worth.
Yeah.
Short,
I
fat, long,
don't
and
think we're
skinny.
going to get down to just one tonight, but we'll do the best we can, and we'll see how this is. I got to be honest with you. My understanding of flag code is the same as Grumpelstiltskin's. And I would have used that in the argument. Gibbs, I think, took a much more colorful take, or not aggressive take on it. That's totally fine. But at any rate, this is going to be good. So I've got so Pixels has not debated. Is he the only one?
And
thanks for
Cleaner and
entertaining my
Grumple.
question.
And Cleaner, well, Cleaner, I think normally is a judge. So Agrillipus, if you want, if
And
you would,
Grumple. Grumple is not.
Grumple. Oh,
Grumple hasn't either. Yeah.
oh,
what?
two government sort of employees. Yeah,
Not anymore.
Indian
fairly recently
Indian
work for a
Happy
defense contractor,
Happy
but
Raid,
no.
$5 comes in. Awesome, thank you very
Imagine
much.
they
Don't you have a
one real quick
master's
thing
degree in
before-
like cyber?
Grumple, you are a federal employee too?
I just want to acknowledge
No.
that I had
I
told
fairly
my
recently
chat
worked for a
that
defense
if I
contractor,
had,
but no, I was active duty
Kit
for
Carson voted for me, and I followed through on my
I was in
word.
Homeland
2001
Security.
to 2008.
So nowhere in the
DOD or
Texas
DOD.
flag code does it actually say that you have to burn it if it touches the ground. What it
No one
talks about
cares
is
about Texas
soiled,
flag code.
and the definition
I
of
was going to say
soiled.
Texas
No,
flag
this
was
is
one thing.
this is
American
U.S. flag code we're
something
talking.
else.
Yeah, U.S. flag code. My apologies.
Are we still
But
talking about flags?
nowhere in
Texas
We
the
can
flag
tell
code.
he's from Texas,
have
'cause
to-
as far as he's
Yeah.
concerned, Texas.
that's all that matters, right?
It's
Texas
all-
is the
it's
best
all because
country.
of
I mean,
Texas anyway.
no, keep talking about Texas flag code. I'm okay.
Well,
I'm here for it.
No, but you're not actually supposed to burn it. The only time you're supposed to burn it is when it's soiled by the old definition, and that would be damaged beyond its old glory.
That's
Right.
what I thought, but I mean, maybe that's
like I say, like it has to be treated with the same respect that a fallen soldier is treated with. That's the ideal. It's a funeral for the flag.
Yeah.
It's not just tossing it in the garbage. It's not just throwing it on a campfire.
Yeah.
There's a ceremony to it, and a certain amount of respect that should be done.
I'm
Like
gonna
you shouldn't
put,
see a
Pixels
flag in the
and
trash.
Grumple together. I would love to spend another hour on the flag. I really would, but I got to go
I
to
had
bed.
no idea it was gonna trigger people like that.
It's fun
No,
to
no. I
talk
think.
about.
Well, I mean, you got a bunch of patriots in here, so that's what's going to happen. So, Cleaner, are you debating or are you judging? I don't care. It matters.
I'll do whatever. I'm good with either one.
Agrillipus, would you like to step down as a judge, or would you like to continue judging?
yeah, that's cool. Whatever you want, man. You tell me.
Yeah, let's.
I like
let's-
Agrillipus as a judge. I want Anson to step down and Cleaner to step up.
You honestly think Anson's going to step down?
No, but I'm just voicing
all right.
my
I
opinion.
like the
okay?
honesty. I like the honesty.
Wait,
I
is
like the
Pixels
honesty.
Gorilla Biscuits?
No,
No.
No. Oh, okay. It's like
Agrillipus.
oh, Agril. Okay,
Agrilepolis is the word.
Yeah, that guy.
Agrilopolis, which is
But
not
I'm
the same
hiding
thing
you
either.
guys. You guys got, we got to get, we're going to do Grumple and Pixels, and the rest of you heathens are heading to the back.
I keep seeing my frame light up yellow. Is there a sound coming through that you guys are hearing? Because I turned on the monitoring myself and it wasn't doing anything, but I'm also using the free version of the virtual audio cable, so I don't know if it's doing something that
You keep freezing, so I'm not sure what your stuff is.
There is a
what
little
you're
bit of background static.
odd. I'll have to mess
I'm
with
not
that.
sure if that's coming. Wait, I'm not sure if it's coming from you though.
I think your mic is just really sensitive.
Let's try that.
It's also that you're freezing a little bit. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, Grillipus, I'll let Cleaner do the rest of it. I really appreciate you helping out tonight, man. So, not dismissed. What is... Man, Cam is on a roll tonight. Cam the King is on a roll. Yeah, do you have a fan or an air conditioning on near you?
There is just the computer that's, the fan is running on it.
That shouldn't be.
I'm trying to get it to shut up because it's on the high
It
mode.
might be on my.
I got it.
Actually, hang on. Let me see if
Somebody mining Bitcoin in the debate, guys.
Yeah, it's coming from this tab. The static, like little static, and my hearing is damaged. I'm hearing it, so that means everybody's got to be hearing it.
What are we going to debate, guys?
The efficacy of the Dinobots in the Transformers movie.
No, the Sci-Fi Week is next week. So,
1986.
or in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Not that then.
Not that. What else you got? I think he froze. Oh no, there he moved. He moved.
No, I'm still moving. I don't know. You had a couple topics that you threw out there. I don't.
That you
there was
like?
nothing that's really stood out that I'm like hard on tonight.
Okay.
In terms of like
All right.
in strong opinions or even strong knowledge.
Okay.
Military-industrial
All right.
complex, good or bad for the world?
That's too broad. Should lawmakers pardon me. Should lawmakers prevent any and all use of financial institution information for identity verification?
Is
Say
that a
that
thing
one
that's
more time?
happening?
Are we talking digital identification? Is that what we're saying? Digital ID?
Yeah, so should lawmakers be able to use your banking information to identify you?
In what?
So that in
context?
that purpose, no. In a larger, broader context, I'll give Grumple this and see if we can refine that prompt and see if maybe he's against it or for it. I am pretty hard-lined positive on digital ID. I believe that it should exist. However, I believe there are some caveats with it in terms of the private key material and how that is handled. But I do think the government has a right to unmask and verify and validate the identity of somebody who breaks laws in a public square the same way that they do in real life on the internet. And the only way to do that is some form of digital identification. The problem comes down to when we trust central government or central organizations to issue the private key material and they try to bake things in like backdoor programs and things like that. So if we were to turn that into a prompt, it'd basically be, do you support digital identity systems being used by the government? Which I guess I do, but there's a little nuance to it.
Okay, we got it. Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, you guys want to do that? Because I've got another one that's it's a little simpler and maybe even a little more dialed in. How about
What's yours?
Is eminent domain an abuse of power?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
My property.
I mean,
yeah, right.
stealing property and then giving whatever they think it's worth versus you're left holding the bag. Like, you might owe money on it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this
yeah,
I'm
it
underwater
screws people
now.
over, right? Yeah, gotcha.
Screwed.
All right, cool.
You can't fight
All right.
City Hall. You can't
No,
fight
but
City
if you're-
Hall.
But if you have a killdozer, you can drive over City Hall.
Go through. Just watch out for the basements. His name was Marvin Heemeyer. Say his name.
Yeah. Say his
name, chat.
All right. I think you guys are going to be really in alignment. So,
I'm afraid so.
Is our healthcare system defined for this purpose as the mechanisms by which people are provided access to doctors and treatment a net positive, or is it a massive burden on the country, ending in ever increasing socialism?
I agree with the premise of the
None of the
prompt,
above.
kind of. Like it's kind of a loaded prompt, right? But I think that the system is set up in a way to create dependence on a system that ultimately leads to a socialized system, because insurance has basically, people have conflated insurance with health insurance with health care.
100%. That's
Not
like
necessarily
half the
people.
time
The
you
system
hear
has
anybody
done that.
talking about it. They say healthcare when they're supposed to be saying health insurance. They're talking about health insurance, but they conflate it with health care to try and get support for it.
Okay.
Usually the lefty side guys.
All right. Should total immunity exist for snitches?
No.
Snitches get stitches, or snitches go in ditches, depending on where you're at.
I knew one of you was going to say it. All right. Okay. All right. I like that one, actually.
You're welcome.
Ooh. Should prison living conditions be equal across all of them in the United States, keeping in mind that some prisoners live in tents currently?
No. It should be like locality based. Also, there's like the whole are prisons violating not the 14th Amendment.
All right, here, I got you. Is it fair that prisoners receive better benefits than law-abiding citizens on government assistance? They get college degrees, good dental care, free mental health, etc.
No, that I do not agree with that.
You guys are too similar.
Illegals getting
Yeah, I say take it all away, and I say make them all live in.
I got you. Should all U.S. citizens be required to serve at least 2 years in the military?
I go back and forth on that one.
I do as well.
Wait, service equals citizenship. How about this one? Straight up Starship Troopers. Not just military, though.
For or against it? I'm against it.
I mean, I'm pro.
Oh, we got
Which
it,
also it could be medical. It could be like post office. Something.
Well, you make that argument in the debate.
Service.
Shut up.
No. I'm saying as far as the premise, it doesn't
You're
have to be military.
Monkey. Act like it.
I am a simple.
Yeah, I'll accept that premise that it doesn't include just military service; it includes public service.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, he can make his argument in the argument. All right. So he is for it. You're against service for it. All right. Cool. He goes first. He gets the first minute. Give me a second. I got to hit the button here. All right. I got finger on the trigger. Whenever you're ready, start talking, Grumple, and make your case.
So service equals citizenship. This is a basic premise, and it would bring us to a point where you don't have people voting on things that they don't have any skin in the game. Why should people who are only going to be the beneficiary of something that have no actual skin in the game be deciding what happens or where money is spent or who and when war should happen? If you are part of the system and putting your own life or whatever on the line or contributing to it, that gives you a leg up on the matter. Not exactly like the Starship Troopers model where political favors, etc., can make certain people citizens that didn't do anything. I don't know about that's not what I'm talking about. Literally, the entire argument is having skin in the game versus being just a beneficiary. I don't necessarily agree with like tenants having property tax voting rights either.
Yeah, that's time. Thank you, though. All right, I got to unmute keyboard warrior over there. Could hear your keyboard clicking away.
Yeah, sorry, I self-muted myself as soon as I realized that.
No worries.
Okay, so this actually makes it really short. So the idea is that if we provide citizenship to people that provide service to the United States, that gives them some sort of skin in the game, and that offers a reason to allow them to vote or to give them other privileges and essentially the things that you gain in citizenship, right, is that exchange of service for citizenship. I would say that the underlying thing that is problematic with that is you have foreign countries that can create spies, that can send folks in, that can garner and gain citizenship. My biggest problem with that is that I would say there is no way to vet the people that are coming in, and there's no way to hold them accountable if we allow dual citizenship. So that's problem number one. We allow service for citizenship. It turns the stamp on a U.S. passport, just show up, come do something for 2 years, sign up for service, then you get your citizenship. So I think that's just a completely bad premise.
Perfect. 7 seconds left. All right, 5 minutes on the clock. Whenever you're ready, just start talking.
Well, I never said anything about foreign nationals being able to. Kind of along the actual Starship Troopers model was there are I don't remember what the first like tier of people, which it would be a multi-tiered system at that point, not necessarily a caste system like India has, but where you've got people that can legally come into the country, and that wouldn't change much from what we have now, but you wouldn't be able to vote. That's the difference, is being able to vote unless you do some kind of service. That was where I was going. I didn't know that you were thinking people outside the country that could do that, like French Foreign Legion style. Is that
Nope,
where you're
I was
going?
thinking more broad. So if we were to contend with the existing laws that basically state citizenship, there's no way that it wouldn't apply to foreign nationals, right? Because you're basically, as far as I know, DACA people, anybody that can get any kind of standing here in the country can sign up for citizenship, and it's been something they've even just, or not citizenship, for military service, and it's something they've even discussed, that there are folks that have served military service that are foreign nationals from like Afghanistan and stuff like that. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how much of that is talking points from the Senate.
Well, let me tell you, it is true,
like
because I had a guy that
I
I was stationed in Okinawa with. He got his green card while he was an active duty Marine, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I think the issue is, how do you vet those people that they are not working for a foreign entity ultimately, right? Like we had recently
Because you would vet them.
OpenAI. Well, how well can you vet them if we allow them to retain citizenship, for example, right? So OpenAI.
Well, I never made. Hold on.
nationals.
I never said that. Like you can retain citizenship of somewhere else. I never said any of that shit. No, in order to join the military, yes, you have to have like, or do anything. Yeah, there's gonna be a background check, of course. That's not even on the
do you
plate.
currently
Dude.
have to renounce your? Do you have to renounce your citizenship under the current system in order to join the military, or can you be a dual citizen and have military service and serve in all sorts of offices in this country?
It's whatever the current immigration standard is, which I'm not sure. In order to get a green card, you have to renounce. I don't think you do. I don't think you have to renounce your citizenship to get a green card. He was
Correct.
British.
So there's really no major way you can vet this, right? Because if you have dual
Why not?
citizenship and the system allows for dual citizenship, you're basically taking.
You can still
people
get a
on their word,
background.
right?
Wait, hang on. No, you're making an entire like you're either conflating or making a straw man or something. I'm not sure which one of the things you're doing right now. But of course you can vet people. You can do a background check, and if you can't, then like if somebody's coming from, if it's not like French Foreign Legion where you can just show up and like, hey, I want to do things now. You still want to vet people that are coming in. You got to be in the country first and then join.
Yeah, but you're presuming that there will never be a case that somebody is able to make it through those systems, and there has never been a case where somebody's made it through those systems, made it appear that they have allegiance to this country, and did not. There are several cases, multiple cases.
I didn't make a case for that.
Military members that have flipped, that have gone to different countries, or military members that have flipped from other countries and come to us. So there's no way that I could grant to you that if we just say that military service equals citizenship, and that we just allow the military to vet them, then we guarantee that we get people that are loyal that get their citizenship. That would happen. There's no way to do that.
Well, people fall through the cracks.
And like
Bo Bird Dog, remember Misbehavior Before the Enemy? Dude was a friggin' traitor deserter. He should have got a 45 jury right there. It was in wartime. Literally the penalty for that is the death penalty. He should have got the death penalty. It happens, but it's very, very low right now. Even there's a big thing right now. Maybe an analogy you should be using is gang members getting in, because that's a big thing about gang members joining military branches and getting training and then bringing that back to train up their gangs and their affiliate people. That would be a better argument for you to use.
That would be that would be an issue, but that could go from foreign nationals or interior, right? Because we have internal gangs and problems that way.
It could go. That's why it would be a better argument, because it could go either way.
The allowing of my concern is foreign nationals, because I don't care if some people in Chicago are better at killing each other. But I care more about foreign nationals using this system and abusing a system like that in order to gain citizenship and then use that to benefit their home country.
Okay, and I never brought that up.
No, that's the whole I can think of effectively. Also, we're out of time.
That was interesting. All right, I'm going to start with Cleaner. He's fresh off the bench. Let's get him in here.
Yeah, I had Grumple listed at 9 points, 3 points for the opening, 6 points in the body. Pixels 2 points for the opening, 4 points in the body, at 6 points. So Grump got it.
EOD, your mic's
EOD,
picking
you're-
something up. All right. Okay. Sorry about that.
Well, let me ask you. Can you hear anything while that's going on, or?
It was some kind of voices, like you're watching another channel.
Or it may have been us. We couldn't tell.
Maybe.
I think it might have been Pixels, actually. Because it seemed to get quiet when he muted.
Well, both of their squares were lit, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry, Cleaner. Go ahead.
Oh, I was at that was it. I was done. So Grump got it by a couple of points.
Couple of points. All right, Tyler, wade in there.
All right, so going to introductions first. Grumps was on point, and he didn't really stray away from it the entire time. He laid out his conditions and said, "This is where I'm drawing the line in the sand." I feel like Pixels was going off of a caveat that Grump addressed multiple different ways. He said we could just do no foreign nationals. We could do a tiered system where they maybe don't get the same rights. We could vet these people, and he didn't know what to call it, but he called it out. What was going on was Pixels was going to real-world examples of how our system's set up now, and then going over to this hypothetical and saying, well, since we can't do it in the real world, it must not be allowed in your hypothetical as well. And Grumps called it out accurately, kind of dismissed it. Like, if Pixels, I don't know if he can hear me, but when you're making these, like, chink in the armor critiques like you were doing, it's best to treat it like box and stick and move. You got to get one here, get one here. You want to throw them off balance. You don't want to just make your whole argument trying to wedge into a crack in the armor like you did, because it gives him time to actually establish his defense. You got to come at it from like several different ways. He addressed your points right up front, and he just kept coming at it and kind of mad, and he just didn't relent. And I feel like Grumps just kind of had control, and no critique was made from the negative that broke through the affirmations claim. So Grump hands down.
Okay, and Anson?
Yeah, so I actually scored y'all evenly in terms of my scoring metrics. Both of y'all, well, I think Pexel, you had a little bit more emotional appeal, and Grump, you had a little bit more credibility and logic in your argument than Pexel did. But just on balance, since it was scored evenly in terms of my quantitative scoring, I'd say that Pexel won because I felt like I could take him more seriously.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well,
I appreciate the subjective win
there. That was awesome.
I appreciate the objective feedback on that. So I'll go to the back.
I don't really have a whole lot to add here. I mean that was pretty solid. Anybody got any tips or pointers or anything like that?
Yeah, I think Grumple won it fucking hands down. Cheers, Grumple. Some great points there. Pixels, you were a little bit lackluster. You gotta know how to come in and throw some bows, bro. That's about all I got for you. Of course, I'm not surprised by fucking Anson Knowles going against the military, man. That doesn't surprise me in the least.
Wow.
Can I just say that I really enjoyed watching the way that Grumple turned it into a conversation, and basically he has a disarming way to make it difficult to be mad at him. And so if you can't attack him at all, like he just turns it into a conversation, and it's really difficult to fight against.
That's called charisma. Grumple has it. One thing I did like when Pixels brought up the thing about the foreign people, Grumple came up with the actual great argument. We already have foreigners that become citizens through service in the military. When I was in Turkey, deployed for Operation Iraqi Freedom, we enlisted a couple of Turks into the United States Air Force, and they earned their citizenship through service. And they weren't like Hassan though. I mean, they were.
Yeah, I served with several people that were along that same pathway. Yeah, and they tended to be great people.
Yeah,
they were dedicated and more focused a lot of times than some of the lower performing airmen. Honestly,
and actually, they broke some of them ended up breaking the flag code here and there throughout. They were still patriot. So.
All right, that's points behind it back.
For shit's sake.
This was actually a pretty good tip for Tat, and Grumple showed something that I think a lot of people don't really recognize in the debate world because we don't see it a whole lot. But when they were kind of going back and forth with their ideas and thoughts on the point, he said, well, hey, look, maybe a better argument would be like this, because I could actually see some validity in that, and we'd have to figure something out for that. He turned it into something more than just, hey, let's see who can stab each other the most.
All right, so I've got an issue here in that we are really long tonight, and we still have, I count five debaters.
I'm actually good with taking a knee if you guys want me to. So, because
I don't want anybody to feel like they need to take any. I'm trying to
long as
figure
the
out how to
anthem
make
isn't
this
playing.
go a little faster. I'm trying to figure out how I can just kinda
one knee, Grumple. Just one knee tonight.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, who do we want to see next, guys? Who wants to battle it out?
I'll take
do
it.
it. Do a 2v2 grid.
No, I don't do TV2. That's just turns into a weirdness.
Feed me.
I think
Grid.
that's technically
Let's
an
go.
orgy. If it's more than 3, is that? Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
it's kind of gay.
I
How
think
about
it's gay.
Marte and Hoseradish?
Marte and okay. All right, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
good.
easy enough.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds like a
You
plan.
go to the back, and you go to the back, but you don't.
Now you got to figure out what you're going to argue about.
Well, let's be working on that, okay?
Yeah, we will.
And
So
I-
just so I can make sure that I actually know how is it you say your name, sir? Because I can never trust Anson's pronunciation.
It's Marte. Martae. Marte.
Perfect. Cheers. I just wanted
The
to
reason why I have it spelled like that is so that way people can say my name correctly, but I guess that doesn't really work too well.
Oh, I guess that's not okay. So you just spelled it phonetically. That's not actually how it's spelled.
Yeah, that's the phonetic spelling, so that way you can get my name right. But obviously, it's not working with you. But yeah,
Well,
just
no, that's what I was gonna say. But like I said, he has a tendency to mispronounce people's names to troll them, and so that's why I just want to make sure I wasn't.
horseradish. You can always ask me, right? That's
What
I'm
I
right.
did.
Literally,
That's what
right.
I did. That's exactly what I did.
All right, good shit. All right.
all right. So let's what you guys you guys are on the opposite side of the aisles for sure.
Okay, well,
have you heard any topics that just to save me from repeating them?
I have a topic. So I think that dating traditionally back in the past is way better than modern dating.
I would be completely useless in that I've been married over 20 years.
This is going to TTS if you give me 1 second.
I know. Yep. Sorry.
From a Purple Heart recipient. I mean, that's a probably a pretty good argument to.
Like I said, I would agree with you, number one, but number two, I honestly know diddly dick about the modern day. I haven't dated since the 90s. So
I got you.
Yeah. In general, I am sort of center left, but I am able to steelman conservative positions either direction. So like virtually anything, as long as I have some scope of knowledge on it, I can bullshit my way through it. So is there something else like not necessarily dating related? How do you feel? We can go with some grounders, I guess. How do you feel about? Ooh, I've got one. Well, no, fuck. That would be too. That would need more than 5 minutes.
I think Grid's hat is more optimal for society than my hat.
It is.
Anyways, but yeah, let's get serious.
I disagree. I disagree. I think that your hat being completely blank like it is definitely better for society because they can supersede or they can project whatever image they want on it with their imaginations. No. How about how do you feel in general about Medicare for all? Let's just to throw something out there.
I'm kind of gray area. I'm on the fence right now about that. And plus, yeah.
Okay. Nope. Cheers. I shot down yours. You shot down mine. We're tit for tat. Grid. Do you have one to recommend? Throw us something neutralish.
I'm against polyamory.
Polyamory? You said
I'm
you're
against it. I don't think that that's a good prescription for society.
Let's see.
I'm about personal freedoms. I could probably argue against that if you wanted to, but yeah, what do you have? Because
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm looking for something that'll suit you guys.
How do you feel about How do you feel about vaccines? Do you feel that they should be mandatory? Do you feel that some of them should be mandatory? Do you think?
Yeah,
I don't feel that they should be mandatory.
I have another TTS coming in, guys. I'm sorry. You guys just can't hear it.
My own argument say that the aforementioned abuse is a great case to say the likelihood of Medicare for all would fail. Ooh. So,
yeah.
Aforementioned.
Yeah.
Okay, so why aren't you in here debating, bro?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That might have been the guy that got kicked out earlier.
I think that white guilt is a psyop. It's not a real thing.
Actually, I kind of agree with that.
I think that whites should get reparations from blacks. We can debate that.
Wow.
I
know exactly how you would lay that out as the thing, and I'm trying. Give me a second to think if I can knock that over, because I know where you're going to take it.
These are all.
And I think that one would get real TTS.
I mean, blacks shouldn't get reparations. How about we whittle it down to that?
Uh-oh.
Okay. How about should couples be required to prove attendance in at least 6 months of counseling, professional or religious, before allowed to file for divorce?
Ooh, I say absolutely not.
I agree. They should get that prior to divorce.
All right, we got one.
All right, that was easy. It's right out of the gate.
I actually really liked that last one that you said as well, and I was going to go with that
Which one?
Because regarding reparations.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Again, that's
reparations, so we can get really close to TOS with that.
Exactly. That's like I said. That's exactly why because I have like limited examples. If you can directly show lineage that ties back to, and that family still has money, I think that you. But again, like I said, that's a whole thing.
Sure. All right. So,
what was it again, sir?
Hold on.
It's 6 months of counseling before divorce.
Yeah. I want to hear what that. I just.
Yeah, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. I'm sorry, I scrolled past it, so I gotta go back to it. Should couples, I'm going to say married couples here, not just living together or whatever, be required to prove attendance in at least 6 months of counseling, professional or religious, before being allowed to file for divorce? Now, this mirrors the new Tennessee covenant marriage laws, where we require, I believe, actually, in Tennessee they require a year of counseling, I believe, before you can file for divorce. So, or be granted a divorce. I'll have to reread it, what the Tennessee law is, but that has nothing to do with the prompt. The prompt is, should couples be required to prove attendance in at least 6 months of counseling, professional or religious, before being allowed to file for divorce?
Yeah, I think they should. This is like the classic Andrew Wilson versus James Sexton argument. I can debate that.
I don't know who either of those people are.
Good. I'm glad you don't. Let's continue. all the more for me. Let's go.
All right. Okay. So you'll be the affirmative, Marte, and you will go first. And my friend over there will be defending, and he will go second. Just whenever you're ready, you'll have 1 minute. Just start talking.
Okay, this helps to preserve marriage and family stability. So if you look at this, I've done a lot of research on this. It indicates that 70 to 75% of couples who engage in therapy report improved relationships. Statistically, you can look this up anywhere else. And not to mention this, but it also reduces societal costs. Divorce imposes significant economic burdens on society, from increased reliance on social services, the higher legal system costs, things like that. And I can even approach this on the encouraging accountability and effort. Mandating couples upholds couples' accountability for their commitment, also protects vulnerable parties. So in many cases, one spouse may feel pressure to agree that a divorce without fully exploring alternatives can be a thing. Counseling also provides neutral space for them to address power imbalances. I'll concede my time.
All right. You had 15 seconds left. That's awesome. Just start talking when you're ready. Horseradish.
So I personally do not believe that the government should be involved in marriage in any way, shape, or form, that the benefits to the government or that the government's awareness of or interference in a civil union of any sort between any two people is an invasion of our privacy as citizens. I believe that we have a freedom from religion as well as a freedom of religion. And as such, we should be able to conduct our lives regardless of the predispositions of our religious founders. And I'll concede.
I'm really glad you brought that up because in nowhere in my argument that I state the government.
Hold on.
Yeah, the time doesn't start. Go off, Ken.
I know you guys are ready to go. All right. I've got 5 minutes on the clock.
Oh, what's mine?
Let's make this a good, clean fight, guys.
Oh, yes,
no
sir.
thing below the belt. You know, just keep it clean. Keep the ad-homs down. All right,
Oh,
ready?
it's too pretty for me to insult, sir.
Okay. All right. You ready? Just start talking.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the government because nowhere did I mention government overreach. Counseling can happen through church clergy, things like this. So we can even have communal support through community.
The word required was in the prompt, which means that it is enforced by law. If it is
No,
requirement,
required could be any state. This could be from church authority or anybody else like that. Right?
Required. In order for if there has to be somebody who is able to prevent you from dissolving your marriage, and that would have to
Correct.
be,
This
that
could
would
be
have to be
religious
the government.
as well too. This could be
That would have
clergy
to
or
be the
anybody else.
government, though. Okay, so
No.
I don't.
Can I
speak
get married
on
outside
behalf
of the government?
because I'm not a part of one.
Right?
would
Can
not
I be
totally-
married outside of the government?
You should be able to. I do not believe that the
Right,
government
right.
should be
So I
involved
can,
in-
through the abstract, I can demonstrate this, right? Which refutes your whole point, right?
No, it does not. So
It
again,
does.
Okay, please, by all means, demonstrate it in your abstract.
Okay, so if we can have marriages outside of the government, which means like a civil union, things like this, we can even say that, people, in a marital situation could say, okay, through the Orthodox Church, I could say, well, I want to just submit the government from this. This is something that we would encourage in society, but well, who would we appeal to in this marriage?
What is the purpose of marriage? And more importantly, what is the purpose of divorce?
The purpose of marriage is to, by the way, we're kind of skirting along outside the subject.
Just very, very directly on the subject. Please answer.
Right. No problem. I have no problem addressing this. So the purpose of marriage is to represent the body of Christ, which means the man representing the man and the woman representing the rest of the body and the kids and everybody else like that.
To whom?
To whom? To
Who
the
are we
church.
representing that to? To the church. So you believe that the marriage should be exclusively to the church and should not be acknowledged or mandated by the government at all?
I think that the government should work hand in hand. I think that we can work through symbiotic relationships with the government. Yes.
You do believe there should be marriage laws, and those laws are going to be enforced by the government, right?
No, hold on. The enforcement arm, as far as child support, things like this.
Super important. Is there because I don't know the answer to this. Is there a church out there that actually will divorce a marriage? Do churches sanction divorce? They do.
Churches can't sanction divorces.
Okay. Is there special criteria?
If you look at Hindu relationships, they can do this. That's why they have fewer divorces.
If that church dissolves the marriage, does it also dissolve in the eyes of the government for purposes of inheritance, for purposes of insurance, for purposes of property ownership? Does that marriage dissolve if the church dissolves it? The answer is going to be no. And
no,
so
the answer is not going to be no. We have tribes in society that do this outside of governmental authorities.
Please just let me say, in order for the government to enforce marriage laws, they have to have some sort of control. In order for it to be a requirement for the divorce to go through, it has to be mandated by the government, in which case the government is involved in our marriage. And
who do we plead to? Who do we plead to as Orthodox Christians? By the way, that's my belief system.
As an Orthodox Christian, that's the point. We're talking about marriage being divorced.
We have to go through a tier system before we can go to a government authority. We have to do this. So if I want to do this,
everybody does.
That the government was involved in.
Correct. Which you can't make a monolith of this. You're literally making a monolith, and we can't do that with it.
You can do whatever you want in your church. You have that freedom, but we also have the freedom.
Correct.
And the only people that matters in my marriage, other than my wife and I, seems to be the government. And so, in order for us to get a divorce, we would have to go through a process have to go through the process to get that divorce. The prompt here reads that a requirement to that divorce is going to be us going through some sort of counseling. So I'm answering to the government.
Who do people do marriage counseling through? Who do people do marriage counseling through? The church, if they're religious?
Their doctor, their psychiatrist.
They can do this through that too, right? You're granting me all of this. I appreciate that.
I have to require, in order for it to be a requirement, there has to be somebody who's going to enforce that divorce from being divorced if I don't meet those requirements.
You're a Christian ethical system. I can do this.
If I'm not part of your religion, then your religion has no bearing on me.
Correct, but that's your own choice. You can appeal to government authority, or you can choose to opt out and then have a religious ceremony.
We've already established that if your religion dissolves your divorce, it does not immediately also dissolve it in the eyes of the law. The required part is inherent to law.
Well, that's the choice. I think that we can mitigate divorces if we have a process of a 6 month, so that way people can actually think through their decisions. Whereas, so no fault divorce. No fault divorce is horrendous. We can avoid this through, if a wife wakes up and says, because you breathed wrong, I could just end this. This actually
that is her private right as an American citizen.
Correct. So even omitting the state, I can definitely make a case for saying that we can mitigate divorces by saving costs, not this, but help the family stay together.
And time.
Okay. All right. That was good. That was good. Thank you for not speaking over each other too much. I
appreciate it, Horseradish.
And that was really good. I can't wait to get to the comment section. Anson, go ahead.
Yeah, Marte won. Hoser Radish. Nobody takes you seriously.
Thank you, Arsonist.
Arsonist. Hey, he is an arsonist, by the way.
Go set your beard on fire, baby.
Hey, what's up, Cleaner? Good to see you, man.
How you doing? I think that during the openings, Radish was touching on some points that would have been really good points to continue arguing. A couple of them he did, but in order for an opening to be really strong and important,
debate I've lost on his channel, we lost 0 and 3, and I also would not let go of arguing the prompt because I know how important it is to get that prompt on your side. You guys were arguing about requiring proof of attendance, and the entire time you argued about the requirement part of the prompt. And I agree with Horseradish's reading of it, that the requirement part means at the end of the day, even if you contract it out to churches, the authority ultimately lies with government, and the church or the person that goes through the church has to eventually report to government to get the marriage officially annulled, to get your assets separated and things like that. I agree with this argument, but I don't think you guys actually argued the point so much. You were just really focused on the prompt, which really kind of made my grading hard because like a lot of the things I judge are how well you argue with the prompt and make your points, and your points were all around what the definition of the prompt. I don't know. It really fucked me up. So I only went with Horseradish because I agreed with him because, again, we just didn't get into the debate proper, I feel like.
Okay.
Fair enough, yeah.
Anybody have any comments before I wade in?
Yes, I actually do. And look, Marte, I actually agree with you on a moral basis. However, you have to look at the setting in which we're talking. We're talking about it in American society, so we actually have to look at a secular view of it. So Horseradish is actually correct through the American perspective that there would be no need for this just due to freedom doctrine and things like that. The fact that, honestly, I agree government should not be in marriage, but the fact that we use it for tax code and things like that, there is some incestuous relationship with the government and marriage. Because
insidious, we'll say insidious.
Yeah. But because of
he's right.
So,
his word usage is right there.
The United State of Kentucky, as far as I'm knowledgeable on, is the only one that allows incestuous marriage.
No, it doesn't. It never has. In fact, the incest capital of the United States.
It's a commonwealth.
If we can just look at that fact for a moment,
he's got a cousin wife.
My state.
He was talking about the relationship between government, marriage, and religion, and how it's all incestuous. That's proper word usage. I understand they're big words. Don't be scared of them.
But
I understood what he was.
I knew you did, Cleaner. I knew.
Because of the
that's 4 syllables. It's not that big a word.
because of the setting, I would have to give the win to horseradish because it is actual applicable to modern society in America. But like I said, I agree with you morally, Martin. However, we are not a moral society. We are a society of laws. And in order to follow that idea, we have to follow the law.
Well, something though with it's not all states require you to have a state marriage certificate. You can only be married through the church. Also, in
That's
some
true.
states, if the church dissolves the marriage, the state doesn't get involved in it at all. They leave all deferment to the church itself.
That's my point. There's 4 states that do that. Yeah.
Okay. What states are those? I'm curious.
I gotta check it again.
Well, it's irrelevant because nowhere in the prompt said in the United States of America, this is the case. None of that shit matters. It was simply the prompt was really simple, and this is where I think you got bogged down. You shouldn't have.
Can we reiterate the prompt?
Huh?
Can we reiterate the prompt?
Yeah,
couples be required.
But actually, before I do that, I got to re-trigger this TTS that came in.
Oh.
You guys can't hear it because it comes through on YouTube and Twitch. But the guy paid money, so he gets his TTS. I will disagree with the point, but let me. Pardon me.
I thought you were able to bring them up on the screen on in the not StreamYard or what Stream Talk Studio. I thought you were able to bring it up into the bottom when.
Oh, you mean like
when TTS or super chats come in.
Yeah, the TTS is there, but it's text to speech, so you can't hear it.
Hey, Grid.
Right, but
after
having it up on the screen would
respond...
let everybody know that it's happening.
Yeah. This is kind of a more. This is a lot more of a hot button than I thought it would be. So first of all, the prompt was: should couples, and I clarified married couples, not just people living together, be required to prove attendance in at least 6 months of counseling, professional or religious, before allowed to file for divorce. Nowhere in there does it says to the state. Nowhere in there does it say to any specific organization. Now I want to.
The priest or the pastor would normally do that. And
hold on. Right? Yeah.
Grid's right about this, but go on.
Hold on, Marte. I would honestly gone with horseradish because you weren't as clear as you could have been that you were looking at. I mean, you came in towards the end that you were okay. This is in the idea of a more religious marriage, horseradish shocked me because I did not see it coming. Him saying that he wanted the state completely out of marriage. You should have said, absolutely, I agree. No state in the marriage, 100% through the church, 100% through whatever religious organization or cultural organization that you choose, and get the state out of it. 100%. You should have backed him on that, and that would have given your argument more credibility when you said, okay. When he said, well, the requirement that seems to appeal to government. No. The religious authorities, secular authorities, whoever marries you, that's who you're going to get divorced from, right? I didn't feel like you made that case strongly enough, and he was able to constantly come at you with the idea that whether, and I know you weren't, but he was constantly able to put you in the box of you're endorsing state marriage, right?
Yeah, that was crazy.
He was constantly able to put you in that box, even though I heard you say, no, that's not what I'm talking about. You had the opportunity from the jump to agree with him and say, thank you for agreeing with me that the state should not be in my marriage. Right.
Yeah.
And that's actually what the the new law in Tennessee is reinforcing covenant marriage, which has to be through a religious organization. And obviously, and when he asked you about, churches being able to divorce people, of course they are. Of course. Who else does that, right? Like, I mean, obviously the courts now, he should have made the argument that, okay, let's say that you do the 6 months of counseling and you get divorced through the church. Who decides who gets what? Right? Like, now there are legal implications here. How do we do that? He should have done that. And both you guys, I mean, look, I understand it's 5 minutes, right? It's not 20 minutes where you can flesh out all these arguments, but go ahead, Horseradish. I'm sorry. I just wanted
No, I just want to make sure, because I also want to hear what Marte says as well, because I know he's got some feedback and some. So I enjoyed the hell out of the conversation, and you are absolutely right. I was intentionally honing in on the word required and tying the word required to the fact that there has to be an authority, and I had to keep it as a government out of marriage, because I agree. Like I said, I agree with you conceptually, Marte. Like I said, I've been married over 20 years. Like, I would fight fucking with everything I had to keep my marriage together, if that means whatever I got to, right? So you don't do that accidentally. You don't get that far accidentally. So I'm all about the usefulness and the sanctity of marriage, et cetera, et cetera. But I had to keep it in the field of, I don't want the government to require me to do anything in regards to my marriage, and that was the reason that we had to stay there, was because I couldn't do anything if we didn't stay there. If I didn't get him to at least understand or agree with the idea that required means authority means government, if we didn't get past that, then my argument was fucked.
In order to keep my marriage together, we got to keep these debates moving.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Debate next.
Marte, I want to hear from you. But again,
Marte, please, if that's
it was
okay.
a very good tactic on his part to keep putting you in the box that you never agreed to be in. That was awesome. It was really good.
I do want to say, Horseradish, that I call myself a somewhat experienced debater. So for you to do that is pretty masterful. So I give you kudos. I give you a W myself. I would say you were actually the winner of that. You played devil's advocate amazingly well. And to Jason's point, I do want to, this isn't refutation at all. This is just some feedback and clarification on my point. I was arguing for a prescriptive I would say a measure for society, and that's solely on the basis of the foundation of saying what would we like, and I'm making an ought claim, not an is claim. So I think for him to use requirement is saying, well, that's what is happening right now. But I was constantly thinking in the ought version of this. That's all I wanted to say. That's just my feedback. Yeah.
I appreciate your time, sir. I appreciate all y'all. Grid.
It was great having you. I really appreciate you coming out.
I'll see you guys later.
Horseradish,
see you later.
Cupid sexy, man.
Take it easy, man.
You sexy
good stuff.
bitch.
Try not to bathe in any ketchup, otherwise people might eat you with shrimp.
That's true. I think it's time. It's time for EOD and the Grump Man to go at it.
I don't know what the fuck we're gonna debate, man. Me and Grump agree on most things.
I know. That's why it's gonna be so much fun. And you know, he's a shaved gorilla and you're a monkey, so it kind of works out.
Wait a minute now. That implies he's an ape and I'm the lesser homo, the lesser sapien.
Lesser ape.
You're the lesser homoerotic. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Grid, I'm out of here, right?
That's a weird thing to say. All right, I do think that makes a great. I think that'd be a great next battle, unless EOD and Aircraft Sparky or whoever. We got those guys just sitting over there in a corner chattering.
I'll argue with Aircraft Sparky that the A-10 should not be retired, and I'll argue with Grumple about the Air Force is better than the Marine Corps.
You would lose the A-10 immediately.
Like what would be homo non-erotic?
Exactly.
Oh no! Wait, I could like I don't.
Standing nut to butt in line. I mean,
oh my god,
that's just
no. The Warthog's not going away.
I don't know. Texas is not the best country. There you go.
Unless there's a new Warthog coming out, the Warthog's not going away.
Without federal enforcement, right?
No, I know like the wording of it though, like homo erotic. Like I mean, like anything about homosexual would be sexual, which would be eroticism. So how could you have a homo non-erotic topic?
You could have
see what I'm saying?
No, Homo sapien.
Hold on.
You
I got
couldn't.
one.
You couldn't.
Hold on. Is it gay to make eye contact during a threesome?
Depends on what kind of threesome.
Yeah.
Damn it, Tyler.
Fix your flag, Scrotum. Fix your fucking
defeated
flag.
you.
I don't want to talk
Showed
to
up
you.
and
Fix
we-
that fucking
yeah.
flag.
Kel shows
I've defeated
up
your
and
premise,
it
sir.
all immediately went sideways. All right.
Wait, did somebody
I'm blaming
pay for
Kel.
Tyler's name to change like that?
No,
I've been updating it.
You did that voluntarily?
Yeah, I've just been embracing the memes as we go along through the night.
Wait, are you live?
Hey, I gotta run, man. It's been fun, man. Thank you for having me on the panel for sure.
All right, Martin, keep it sexy, you sexy mother lover.
Right. Yeah. I got destroyed. I got utterly deconstructed by this guy, and I just feel so horrible. I'm in my feels right now.
Are you in your softboy era?
No,
what
no,
we're seeing right now?
I couldn't debate.
He's going soy on his grid. He's going soy.
If you need clips,
no, I have to debate Ryan Radical Coder, so there has to be an opposing measure to the soy. So.
Oh no! Wait, tonight?
bad for you.
Don't. No, you don't need to do that.
if you
Stay
need
safe.
clips, hit me up and I can just send you the whole video.
Don't eat soy. That shit's poison. Stay
Yeah,
safe.
and
I am not eating Ryan Radical Coder. That's so gross, bro. Anyways,
That's
you guys have a good.
yeah, have a good one, man. We'll see. Hey, you're coming to Nashville, right?
No, I want to go, but I didn't get any crowdfunding. I had a crowdfunding thing and it's like $0, and that was it. Sarah Tomato said you should have crowdfunding, and yeah, nobody donated 1 cent, so I guess I'm sitting this one out. So yeah,
Okay. That's unfortunate.
so I do have crowdfunding for the Jubilee event on the 19th. If you guys want to donate, maybe I can get with you, Grid, and you can like repost it. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man. We'll throw it out there. All right, man. Have a good one, Marte. Glad to have you on finally, and come back on a regular night when we're not being idiots.
I will. I actually like this more than verbal combat because I can get dropped because somebody in the audience pays money. This is actually more admirable, and I like battling with you guys.
That was. I mean, not that it was specifically designed to go against VK. VK feels like I did this specifically to go against them, but I don't like popularity contests here. I want real reasons why my debate beat your debate, and I want feedback too. I want to be able to tell you, Marte, that you had this one, except you kind of gave it away because you let him put you in a box, and now you know something that you didn't know before, right? And now you'll look for it next time, and it makes us all better debaters, which is what I'm trying to do here. And I'm not even really making money at it right now.
Here's the last thing I'll say before I go. I lost to Teriak because of $50 somebody paid, even though I destroyed Teriak numerous times. Even to say that, two same-sex people can't have a baby, he literally lost that debate and somebody paid $50. So I'm tired of losing debates because somebody in the audience thinks he's more popular. So
let me. I mean, we can talk. We'll talk about some of that. Right, there's some shady stuff going on, but anyway, we'll talk about it later.
See you guys later.
See you, man.
Yep.
Stay safe, man.
Be safe, man. All right, so, and then there was not as many. All right, so
Four.
is it who's going? Who's battling it out? Come on, let's have somebody step up.
EOD
EOD and Grump, or EOD
Warthog.
and Sparky, or Sparky and Grump, or I don't know.
I'm gonna stomp one of these
Warthog
fools, and
argument.
I'm gonna come out the victor and the champion of the night is what's gonna happen.
People need the warthog argument because those who are noners that don't have an idea about anything about aircraft, they need to go ahead and know the A-10's a piece of shit. Let's go.
Whoa!
It was designed to be a low maintenance workhorse.
buddy! Whoa! Now look,
What are you doing here?
I could argue against that. I can argue against that.
Spark,
the A10 is.
Sparkosaurus, I'm thinking about going hey, even with my bad RE code, hey, I'm at a point in life where maybe I want to give a little back. Can I hey, can I join the Air Force if I can fly Warthogs? I'm thinking about going and doing that.
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
I have a degree now.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
The A10's the only airplane they've tried to retire 5 times, and they won't let it die.
Kind of like the Marine Corps.
Well,
It's because the people on the ground know better. That is the best ground support aircraft that exists in the world.
Absolutely is not.
Wait, are you going to say the longbow is Sparky?
No,
It's
I
one of
would
the most
argue the
surviving.
They've had a lot of Apaches fall out of the sky lately. Don't say that.
Yeah. Helicopters are designed to do one thing, and that's kill the people who ride it.
No, longbow specifically, the
AC-130
long range, the ones with the bulb on top.
Yeah, but
AH-64Ds.
have a high
no, it's the
survivability
AC-130
rating,
is the best ground support attack aircraft.
Oh yeah, one AC-130 and 2 Warthogs. You own all the ground.
Well, the AC-130 is only applicable in certain situations.
No, it isn't.
Where a high air attack is
okay.
applicable.
All right.
And in most situations,
first of all, I can literally feel every female within 100 miles
running
back.
Drying up.
It's like the Sahara in here. What's going on?
You have just dried up an entire nation of women.
We got to figure out how to package that, man. It's like a food dehydrator. That's money right there. If we can package that into a product, hey, all of this dryness, it can be yours for a low payment of $29.95 a month.
I will agree that the AC-130 Spectre and all of the rest of the versions of Puff Magic Dragon are wonderful creatures.
Oh, indeed.
But the A-10...
No argument. The AC-130 is a badass piece of fucking artillery. That's for sure.
Yeah, but the
it is a howitzer in the air.
And hate.
Yeah.
The A-10 is just hate.
I love the sound. I love the sound of the A-10. I've been on the ground. The bird is beautiful, but something y'all do not know, plus or minus 12 meters, that is the accuracy of that fucking cannon. For every 1 hour.
It's a tank weapon.
You're talking about a single round.
Never killed a tank.
It covers an area.
So
wait, plus or minus 12 meters at what range? Like how many minutes of angle?
So that is at a descending angle at about 320 knots. You're looking at about an AOA of about -20 is what they normally run.
No. At what range is you're saying 12 meters?
So they usually when they fire at a range of about 2K.
2,000 meters?
From 2 clicks up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's sub-MOA right there, baby.
I'm telling you, bro. You can't fuck with A-10. A-10 for life. Come on.
The A-10 killed more American soldiers than Iraqis didn't know. But
come on, man. Come on, man.
More American soldiers.
Oh, hold on. I got to dispute this. Those were the A-10s that we loaned to the British. No. We can't be responsible for Limeys.
I mean, the motherfuckers don't know how to fly, okay? Like, we proved that to them how many times? We started in World War II, we've been doing it every year.
I'll sell you.
Come on.
I'll sell you real quick.
It's a gun with wings. Excuse me, it's a pew with wings. It's a flying pew. That's all it is. And
they fire,
and the sound of it is
they stall out.
Elation to anybody on the ground that needs it. Anybody who's ever been danger close with it is like, oh, the angel's singing. Sounds like brrr. That's
I know.
We got 2 more rounds, guys. Take it to
I love this though. It's really funny. The interesting thing is I have heard that more people have died in friendly fire from the A-10 than anything else. However,
that's okay.
It wasn't really friendly because it was
not
British.
okay,
but no,
it's not okay.
Did it too, unfortunately. But look, the reason why they want to retire it is because for every 1 hour of flight, it requires 8 hours of maintenance.
And they're actually cannibalizing the fleet for parts.
Yeah, they don't have parts.
They're getting old. Make new ones.
The tooling doesn't exist anymore.
The company doesn't exist anymore.
Fairchild. No, when that's why they can't make the Saturn friggin' rockets anymore because they don't have the tooling. Once the project is over, that shit gets reused by the manufacturer. Fairchild does not have the tooling to make new shit for them.
Exist anymore, buddy.
Okay.
Oh wait, do they not?
I can accept.
Well, there you go.
Accept the premise under this particular circumstance. Generally, manufacturing companies hold on to those molds for decades, specifically for that reason.
Get through these 2 debates, but I will concede that we can't make any more actual A-10s because the company doesn't exist anymore. It hasn't existed. for, like,
Lockheed can make them. Come on, Boeing can make them. Somebody can make them. Give me a break.
Something similar to be.
You
There's
can,
been
you
like
can reverse engineer it and
all kinds of
redo it, but the problem is the engine is underpowered. Where it is, it's quad redundant in most of its systems. It's very, very good, but the maintenance cost of it is just draining the Air Force. Where an F-16, the 30 caliber cannon on it is plus or minus 8 meters. That's a better.
Isn't that a 20
accuracy?
Wait, isn't it? Hang on, 30 caliber.
No, 20 millimeters.
20 millimeter, which the Warthog's 30 millimeter. That's That's the difference.
Bigger gun, bigger, better. Come on.
Yeah. One is effective at 2 kilometers, and one is effective at 1 kilometer.
No, the
Right.
F-16 runs at about 5K an engagement for close air. So
Oh, I forget. You're a fucking F-16 crew chief, aren't you? Man?
Yeah, that's why he's biased. Friggin' F-16s can't go slow enough. F-16s can't loiter, dude. Come on, get off
they
it.
cannot loiter. That is that's why I say the AC-130 is downright the best one.
Okay, all right, but
Get
yes,
a ticket for
all of the
loitering.
Let's debate. This is getting stupid.
Oh,
the
it
Magic
is.
Dragon for life.
It's just dumb
Oh,
military prattle.
the crusty
Yeah, it
civilian speaks up.
Pogue life is the best
The
life.
conscientious objector is getting tired of this nonsense.
Yeah,
There
you
go.
can be.
All right, so I want to debate
The pussy
what
who didn't have the
animal lives
fucking
in
feet for the
Anson
water
Knowles'
just
beard.
decided to step out. Yeah.
Is it a mole, a vole, or a shrew?
What?
Wait, a mole is a unit of measure.
I said
talk
I
about
want to
rodent.
debate what animal is living in Anson Knowles' beard: a mole, a vole, or a shrew?
A shrew,
The
definitely.
chinchilla,
What kind of animal is a bull?
a vole.
Vole, B-O-L-E.
Yeah.
B-O-L-E.
They're
It's
like a mole, but
distantly
like a
related
little
to
bit
a
bigger.
shrew.
As in Victor, Oscar, Lima, Alpha.
Echo, yeah.
Echo.
Well, I can go ahead and tell you that my
Viola.
beard has been in plenty of shrews. So
I figured. And I figured there was probably one or two that wanted to live
Problem
there.
was the shrews all had dicks.
Was that part of the?
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna say it was that part of the taming, but oh man, took it. Just went.
Okay, all right.
You just
all
went
right, all
warthog
right,
on.
all right.
You just
So-
went warthog
all right,
on
so
him.
which one of you? All right, which two of you are debating right now?
I don't know.
I'll debate.
Who's left? Actual, not judge.
You, EOD,
None of
you
us are
three.
left.
Us
man.
three. Us
The,
three.
the only person left who's left leaning is fucking old dude with the wrong flag down there who sucks on scrotums.
Yeah.
Damn, son. He just got married. His scrotum
Tyler,
sucking days
is
are
the
over.
cord on your headset on? Okay, that's the left. Yeah, you got to flip that shit around, dude.
So who's
Not tonight,
debating?
not
What's
right now,
going on?
but you got to flip it around.
Yeah, which one of you guys are debating? Which two of you?
I don't care.
Okay, you and Sparky then. Fuck it.
All right.
I made an executive decision.
There you go.
Give us a fucked up topic too. Let's go.
Okay, I got you. I got you, man. I got you.
South Dakota sucks.
I mean, everybody.
Moving on.
That's
You
your
know
dad. I don't know.
we were the fact that we're
EOD likes bourbon
the
from
fact
Minot,
that we
South
admit
Dakota.
there is South Dakota is a little fucked up. Well, except for Christy Noam. All right, so all right. Should Canada get a wall too?
Fucking A right, they should.
Okay, so one of my guys in my kick chat was saying that your walls are pink and that's screwed up. Why are your walls pink?
They're pink lights on a white wall.
It's lights, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what I told him, but I wasn't sure.
yeah,
All right,
LEDs,
so-
they're amazing.
Should there be decency laws for dress and appearance of anyone under 18?
LEDs, they're amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Should there be?
No veto here.
No.
You're gonna have to hit us on something that's like.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? Give me something fucked up, and I'll take the lefty position. I don't care. I'm that confident in myself. I'm that awesome.
Just.
What
I
can
gotta
brown
get down
people
to the
use?
true. I gotta get down to the. I actually have some degen topics around here somewhere if I didn't delete them.
How much money does Rob Nord need to get donated to before EOD becomes a man?
Well, that's extremely subjective.
It is. It is. If you ask Rob
I mean,
Norris,
my beard kind of already tells you that I am a man, but
no, dude. I know some transistors that have innies, not outies.
Transistor radio.
Both of us.
You know, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
Okay. Well, I want to take the X-Wing. You want to
Okay,
take the TIE
good.
Fighter?
Yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah. The Empire's better anyway.
Oh, this is gonna be
No. Okay, first of all,
that's what I wanted to
This is
hear.
gonna be not
let me
sci-fi.
let me be clear about the prompt grid. This is a technological discussion, not an ideological one. Yeah?
This is if you were in combat tomorrow, TIE Fighter, X-Wing. Which
Okay.
one?
Yeah. No, I'm good with that. Yeah.
All right. All right.
So, who's the affirmative? Who's gonna?
Okay,
I'll let you start, man.
Let's say the prompt is that the X-Wing is better, and I'll be in the affirmative.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna step
whenever
away for
you're
just a moment during this.
Okay, so the X-Wing is better because it has 4 wings. It is a 4-wing fighter, and it can also travel through what is this, hyperspace in Star Wars, right? I'm very much more on my Star Trek game, very much less on my Star Wars game. I think Star Wars is like a fantastical kind of cool American folklore kind of thing. I never gave it a whole lot of thought. Star Trek is much more of a you know what? It doesn't matter. What matters is that the X-Wing has 4 wings. It has 4 engines. It is much more maneuverable and much more counterbalanced towards maneuverability in 0G, 0 atmosphere. Also, it can travel really far, and it has 4 blasters on the front of it, as well as the bombs that they shoot sometimes from X-Wings. I'm not sure what those
Thank
are called.
God your time is up.
Okay, well,
Okay,
you know what?
Sparky.
There you go. That's what you get. There's more wings.
Sparky, whenever you're ready, man, just start talking.
World War II called. They said they want their argument back. Hate to break it to you, but the mono wing is what reigns supreme currently in the atmosphere because biplanes and triplanes tend to have way too much drag. But when you're talking about interstellar travel, the more maneuverable, the quicker TIE Fighter is definitely more superior to the X-Wing, which is heavy, bulky, and has a lot of drag. In fact, fatties fly in the X-Wing fighter, as you see during the attack on the Death Star. Okay, there was fat fuckers flying. And from an aesthetic appeal, all alone, the TIE Fighter is definitely much better than that gay, junked out X-Wing fighter.
You had 10 seconds left. All right. I'm putting 5 minutes on the clock. Anyone that wants to, anybody wants to throw a couple of donations at me, we can push this to 7 or 8 minutes just for the fuck of it. I'm just saying.
First of all,
no
the
requirements
uniform of the Rebels suck, okay? All their shit is a bunch of junk that is outdated and they don't even have great technology. What? An orange?
Then why do
How
the
gay is
fucking
that?
TIE fighters fall like flies? Okay, first of all. Secondly, you never saw once Darth Vader traveling any kind of great distance in his TIE fighter. He got into a fucking 17-mile-long super destroyer to fucking go anywhere and do anything.
Because he was a Chad, not a broke
TIE
bitch.
fighters cannot travel over distance. Luke did get into
that's
an
untrue.
X-Wing
TIE fighters
and have R2-D2 calculate
you're
the
wrong.
shit to go to Dagobah.
TIE
He
fighters
went to
can go into
Dagobah through light
hyperspace.
speed.
Several followed the Millennium Falcon into hyperspace, and they led Star Destroyers to them. So I'm sorry. Also, you don't need an R2 unit for a TIE fighter, okay? Plus,
yes, you do. They have R2 units. Yes, they do.
They didn't have R2 units in the TIE
They
fighter,
did
bro.
too.
Hate
Yes,
to
they
break it
did.
to you. Didn't
I
happen.
remember.
Also,
I
the
had
helmet's
I had
way
models
cooler
of
in
these
the-
things when I was a kid. They had
Yeah.
RT units in the back of them.
I mean, look, you're the Star Trek freak. You know, I actually have the Millennium Falcon right there. Okay.
Well, by God, the
Look,
Millennium Falcon's not what
I
we're
even
talking about.
have
We're
the
talking about TIE
fake-ass
fighters
Baby
and
Yoda
X-Wings.
right here. Okay.
Where's your X-Wing? Where's your X-Wing, bitch?
I don't have an
Where's
X-Wing
that
because they
at?
suck.
You ain't got no
Okay?
X-Wing. That's because
The
you don't
X-Wing is
you don't have no respect. You don't have no respect for
You're
the
right.
real shit. Right?
I don't respect the broke ass biplane of the fucking rebellion over the Chad ass TIE fighter. I mean, let's just be honest, dude. From aesthetics alone, no fatties in the Empire, okay? No fatties. But for some reason,
Oh, that's
some
bullshit.
fat
Okay,
fuck
like they
got
had
gunned the
fatties.
fuck
They
down
had
at the Star-
fatties.
at
Okay,
the
you
Death
just didn't
Star.
see them on screen because it didn't propel
'Cause the Empire puts
the
their pencil forward,
fascistic
buddy.
fucking
That's what it's about.
magnanimousness of the Empire's fucking ideology. In reality, okay, what the TIE fighter represents is the German fucking MiG. And
there
the
was no
X-wing
German MiG,
represents the P-51.
There
That's
was no
really
German
what you're
MiG.
arguing against. You're arguing against American, aircraft artillery against German aircraft artillery, and you're just wrong, sir. The P-51 was a superior aircraft. The
Aircraft
X-wing was a
artillery.
superior aircraft. It came down and it took out a fucking space station on its own
Okay,
at the hands of Luke Skywalker.
Hi, history nerd here. The P-51 that when it was
did.
engaged in the European theater was against the Messerschmitt. The MiG didn't come until the late 50s and stuff. And
But
that was
they had
USSR.
some rudimentary jet plane. I don't know.
Yeah, and the Americans shot down one, and it was through volume of fire, not from accuracy or anything like that.
Because the
However,
thing was really fast.
well, yes, and there was nothing as fast to go against it. But the argument here is the TIE fighter versus the X-wing, and I hate to break it to you, but biplanes don't fly in combat anymore. The monowing is
They
superior.
didn't fly in combat in World War II either for very long.
Yes,
did
they did. They did. They
Not
actually
for very long. Not for very
not
long.
for very long. So you had to put that qualifier on there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Look, I'm just telling you how it is. Okay? You're like, well, technically,
Look,
it
man,
wasn't very long.
more wings means more surface area the plane can survive, more
More
hits,
wings
just
means
like
most
the
blow.
A-10, just like that fucking A-10 that we all love and
the
behold.
maneuverability
It
of
takes
the
the
TIE
battering
fighter
and
is
it keeps
superior
on
to the
fucking
X-wing.
trucking, brother. That's what it's about.
God bless you, man. You are a medic, and this is why you don't know this kind of stuff. It's okay. But yes,
That's true.
The TIE fighter is more maneuverable, where the X-wing is faster. In a linear travel, the X-wing will travel faster than the TIE fighter. However, the TIE fighter is hella more maneuverable. The reason why you see in the movies that the TIE fighter dies so
what
much
makes the TIE
is they
fighter more
actually use
maneuverable
volume.
in space? The X-wing has more surface area to put RCS thrusters and
has
everything
nothing to
else
do
to
with the
sort of
void,
toss it
brother.
around and send it in every direction. Which
It has nothing to do with void. Hate to break it to you. When you're talking about intergalactic space travel and stuff, you actually use
right.
jets and rockets
Surface
and shit.
area has everything to do with where you can put control components such as RCS thrusters, which do matter in space travel. Okay,
You're
quite
right.
a lot.
When
So
you're
I
designing a
have
circle,
more surface area to put RCS thrusters.
TIE fighter
than you
is a
do.
circle.
So therefore,
X-wing-
my spacecraft must be more maneuverable. Yeah.
No,
What is
because
this?
the circle is a superior shape.
Oh
when you're
yeah,
talking
no,
about
Jixer.
maneuverability.
HK slap
And-
wins
Not when you're talking
over
about
TIE
RCS
fighters
thrusters. Not when you're
or-
talking about places to put things to move the aircraft around.
Fucking sphere with wings, brother. That's all it is. That's all the TIE fighter
so
is.
okay, so
From a geometry
your
perspective,
experience
it's
experiences
automatically
with
more
aeronautical aircraft do not that doesn't apply to space aircraft.
That's
Space
just talking
aircraft
about
has degrees of
atmospheric
freedom.
pressure.
all directions, all the
Void.
Please stop. Anson Knowles.
Yeah, I'm giving that one to EOD hands down. Jason, nobody takes you seriously.
That's okay. No one takes you seriously.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Tyler, you're
muted again.
sir.
Sorry. All right, so that was something. EOD, your opening, you rambled for about 20 seconds about Star Trek and how you're not even into Star Wars that much. That was something that happened.
That set it up. That's
Yeah.
really
did.
I'm thinking about a lot of things at once. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, one of them was Star Trek. Jason was definitely a lot more on point with his. He argued a lot to what he said throughout. He was also correct. I went and looked it up. R2 units are not required in the TIE fighters.
It's not true.
I looked it up, man. That's what Google
Yeah,
told me.
you asked an AI, and an AI told you what some Reddit post said.
An AI told me
never
that this
been
ship does
canon.
not need AI. Why would the AI lie about itself? Because R2 is just AI as well. So, you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, I think he debunked your German one-to-one analogy pretty well. I think Jason just kind of had command and control over this the whole entire time. So I gave it to him, and I took you both very seriously.
Also, no fatties.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. All tied up. Cleaner.
Yeah, I think EOD really shot himself in the foot when he diatribed off in his opening statement. Throughout the meat and the potatoes of it, y'all were pretty close, but that opening statement just shot you right in the foot, EOD. I don't know. Maybe that's something you can heal with your past medical background, but I think Sparky got this.
It's not the first time he's punched himself in the dick, I'm sure.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Okay. So
Spark, you forgot that you forgot to mention that in the TIE fighter that because of the way the seating is, you can like just swivel around and shoot behind you. There is no front or back to the TIE fighter. So
yeah, but they don't do that.
Really?
That's not a thing that they do.
They actually show it
would be
in,
making shit up.
Yeah,
No, they actually show that in Empire, I believe.
Yeah.
No, they did not show that in Empire.
The pilot's sitting here going like this, and they're flying straight, and he's like swinging around and calibrating all the.
No, that was inside the Millennium Falcon.
In a comical trajectory.
No, it was the TIE fighter.
Yes.
It was the TIE fighter. But it also did it in Millennium Falcon too. But that was when he was in the side pod thing where you had.
Yeah, no, that was like on the dorsal and belly, like belly gunner shit. Yeah, that's where they're like anytime you see somebody going like that was in the Millennium Falcon.
The TIE fighter did the same thing. He doesn't move all this way. He just goes over and around.
I don't remember that from any of the movies.
The TIE fighter.
They had turrets on the top and the bottom of the Millennium Falcon. That's true.
Wait, did Moff Gideon do that in The Mandalorian?
The TIE fighter's guns would either be locked linearly straightforward, or you could enable them to be able to target outside in, and it was within a reticle. You had a certain area you could move it, supposedly, by what it says of the lore. But yeah, typically the X-Wing, you had to be aiming right at it, and so you had to turn the ship in order to actually hit something.
Can we move into the last one, then everyone can have discussions as long as they want?
Yeah. I got to go too. All right. Grumple and Sparky, what do you guys want to argue?
All right.
Everybody's going to the back now.
Yeah, I guess I'm off grid. So
yeah.
Cheers. Come see us on tomorrow at 10 p.m. We'll be doing some D&D. So.
Cool. See you.
Yep. Nobody takes you seriously.
And then it was you two.
All right, Grumple, give me your most in absurdum deal and let's go.
The Dinobots were the most effective part of the 1986 Transformers movie.
Grimlock, awesome.
Yeah.
But Grimlock, awesome. So I'm sorry, I can't argue against Grimlock.
No.
Sorry. Damn it.
That was my...
Grid
said no earlier, like, oh, it's not Sci-Fi Week. That's next week. But y'all did freaking TIE Fighters.
I had to pull something out for these two weirdos. How about 9mm versus 45?
Oh, sure. Either one. I can argue either way.
Doubt, because I can argue. So 45 is for a single shot, or if you want to suppress, 45 is better, but 17 rounds of 9mm is better than 45.
We're now. Yeah. All right, hold on. We'll go back to the normally scheduled prompts.
Yeah, the autistic side of guns. Yeah. We're both gun guys.
Yeah.
Is my belt fed better than Sparky's belt fed?
Is there any value to DEI affirmative action, or is it in and of itself racism?
It's absolutely racism.
Yeah.
All right.
Good luck finding something for us to argue.
No, I got you, bro. I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Have you heard any topics come up mentioned tonight that that people didn't take that you feel like that?
You know what? You know what, Grumple? This so let's actually revisit the flag code one. I think we disagree on this because I think that you can disrespect flag code and still be a patriot. And I think that's actually an interesting conversation.
I didn't disagree with that really because
okay.
Yeah, a lot of the vets coming back like from Vietnam, which the thing was I swear I thought you said that the Iwo Jima raising that because it had touched the ground. I thought that was a point that you had made. I was very sure of it, but it never did. Like that wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Gibbs said that, and I was like,
I am up really late. So I'm just responding to the chat. Traditional gender roles will never come back.
Doubt.
I'll take the affirmative. I'll take the affirmative.
That they won't come back.
Yeah.
I don't know how we would like debate this, but
you would say that they will come back.
Yeah.
And he will say that they won't.
You would say that they will and reason why, and I will say they won't and reason why.
Hang on, let me ponder for just a moment. This might be a thing we can do.
I got some other good ones too, like Bitcoins is for losers because it doesn't exist and can be wiped out at any moment. Let's see.
It's just like transgenderism. It's imaginary.
That's funny. That's also accurate. Could also be wiped out at any moment by a simple stroke of the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I guess
there's already a 40% rate of it. Damn, that's fucked up. It wipes itself.
No, Spark. The difference on that one is Bitcoins don't delete themselves.
Is the internet making our brains lazy?
What?
Is the
absolutely
is the internet making our brains lazy?
Oh yeah, technology, especially social media in general, and then even more large language model just publicly available.
It's even worse.
It's
when Reddit determines what's right and wrong. Jesus.
Is that like socialist technocracy, or is that what I think that's what that is? If like
it's pretty much
the Reddit hive decides what's going on, that's a socialist technocracy. I think that's what.
A bunch of Reddit r slurs are determining what's right these days. Remember the good old days? It was just Wikipedia.
You guys are on the opposite sides, like 90% of these prompts.
I will take an opposing deal to whatever he wants to talk about, just because I want to challenge myself. And Grumple is a smart man.
No,
although he was a Marine.
Those
crayons won't eat themselves.
Oh, that's right. You're once a Marine, always Marine. Yeah. Sorry.
There is no such thing as former.
There actually are former, but they usually get
dishonorably discharged are the ones that are. Yeah. Well, no, there's former active duty, but anybody who's ex was dishonorably discharged. That's how you know it's actually a cult, is because you can't get out unless we say you're out.
That's right. And when you're out, you're out.
Oh yeah, then
you're still gay.
Do rent subsidies trap people or give them a chance?
Pick a position. I got you.
I mean, rent subsidies is really specific.
Yeah, does Section 8 housing trap people, or does it give them a chance?
The welfare conundrum is essentially what it is.
It's like, social subsidies, it is all welfare. However, Section 8 specifically, there are requirements. I mean,
the requirements to fail. Once you make over a certain amount of money, you get kicked out.
Well,
so
you have to treat like you can't wreck the place or you get kicked out and then you can never get back on it.
Yeah,
so it's good for investors
as well.
I'm pro Section 8 housing. Then I'll say
I'm anti. Fuck them. There we go. Let's go.
Let's see. Hmm. You guys are just too close in your.
Back to
Let's get
Dinobots.
spicy. Let's get spicy. Hold on. I got it.
Okay.
Rob Noor is the single best conservative debater on the internet currently. Andrew Wilson, in comparison, is a fraud. I will take the affirmative.
I don't know. I've talked to both of them like a few times.
Yeah,
well, they're both great guys.
Hold on. Is online dating? Well, you got. I don't know. That's a dumb one. We need the younger people here for that.
Hello, Phil.
I have no idea. Online dating, like using apps to meet people in real life, or like having like a virtual relationship. And yeah, either one. I'm not the one for that.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
Should we ditch mental health labels in exchange for grit, just toughing it out, being, just not labeling every behavior just to label it,
and having like one over encompassing, hey, something's not right here, like maybe two levels of
PTSD,
man. All right, so have you seen the commercial where it's a joke commercial about how this woman is this girl is saying that she's self-identified as having silent fuck, I can't think of the name of the
This is on TV
condition now. I think it is it's on TV or just on the internet. I don't watch TV, so it's got to be on like.
You know what? I got a good.
Yeah, go with it.
I cede to Grumple with the better looks and the more charisma. It is almost 1 a.m. here Central, and I have to take my wife to the airport in like 2 hours. So I'd like to take a combat nap. Yeah. So thank you for having me on, Grid. Grumple is a champion tonight. Let's go.
Grumple's a champion. I'm sorry we couldn't come up with a good one.
No, it's
guys,
good. It's good.
I got to be honest. I'm
good
tired.
to see you, Sparky. It's been a hot minute.
Good to see you too,
Grid, I've known this guy for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. You know everybody.
Like we're back from Twitch. Are you live right now, Sparky?
Yeah. No, I'm not streaming. I'm taking a break. I just like to come on and do debates here and there, and cool. See some friendly faces and make fun of
win
others.
by concession. Hooray!
There you go.
All right, I'm going to bring everybody back up. We're going to say goodnight and get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right.
But anyway, all I cared about was the W over.
Did Anson bail?
Karaoke night is next Thursday, the 16th, starting at 8 p.m. 2000 Texas Standard Time.
All right. Good night, guys and gal in the audience. Y'all have a great night. God bless.
Good night, Sparky. It's good to see you.
Stay safe, man.
All right, everybody that's left, you're all going to go over to Beth's for the after show, and I really appreciate everybody being here, even Anson, who bailed early, like Anson. And it was a good night. I had a lot of fun. So you guys come back. We'll do it again next week. Well, not next week because I'll be at TwitchCon next week. But the week after, we'll do it again. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm out of here. Say good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Stay safe.
All right. Good enough. Good to see all you people. Great.
I said good night, everyone. But you didn't hear me because I was muted.
Because you were muted like a gentleman.
Pro streamer.
All right. All right. Night, everybody. Go hang out with the other people. And as always, be cool. Wear the glasses if you need them. And go stand on Beth's lawn. Yeah, that's it. See ya.
Loiter on Beth's lawn.
Go loiter. Go loiter somewhere else.
Like an A10.
See ya. Closing this window. Bye.
Okay. All right. Bye.
There it is.
You keep it sexy. Oh, uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, Nichols, I guess we... Test 1, 2.
These phrases
Oh,
in the
look at
grid,
that.
right? I
Some of
hope
our
he's
favorite
watching,
people.
right? Because somebody's getting their
Hey,
ass whooped.
Cleaner, wave at me, will ya?
No, we love our dad grid one.
I want to respond to Grumple real quick. Thank you, sir.
Respond to me. What?
Or no, Grumple, I'm
Grid
sorry,
raid
Marte,
coming
Marte.
in.
Marte,
Grid
hang
raid
on, I
just
gotta
came in.
respond to Marte real quick. I'm sorry, it's because I see
What,
I'm
me
adding
or
you guys.
Marte? What?
I gotta talk to Marte. Hang on.
Is it
So
our
the reason why
complexion
I
that
say-
confuses you?
I'm gonna punch you. And I'm a short girl, so guess where my fist is gonna go? Hang on.
Belly button. Lower
where,
intestine.
where I grew up, Marte, when I say I was raised not to see color, the same things that you're talking about, like even the white kids needed to follow those rules. The neighborhood that we lived in was dangerous for everybody, and in all reality, the white kids, we were the minority.
Oh, Jixer, wait.
I'll tell you what, the Hispanic kids, those were some badass
AI brides
birthday
versus real
parties.
ones.
I
Oh
freaking
man,
loved
no,
them.
I missed it. I
And,
stepped
you know,
away for a little bit and
so
I missed.
really, like,
Oh,
They-
actually,
they
shit,
know how to
I
do
missed all
piñatas,
this.
for sure.
My bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll admit, like as a young man growing up around
Like
maybe
I was
not
interacting,
the best
and I wasn't watching
area.
it. I'm a pro streamer. You see,
Yeah,
though.
no, I
That's
saw
how it
color
works.
because I recognized like I was different from almost every other one that was out there, and I was gonna get my ass whooped if I walked around quote unquote darker streets, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't stupid.
Yeah.
I ain't a dumbass. I grew up near Fourth Ward in Houston. Like as a white dude, you don't walk down Fourth Ward at night unless you want to die. So, like, yeah, no, I recognize color, but I recognize it
Wait a minute.
statistically.
Is that white privilege? Is that your privilege to walk down that street and get fucking murdered?
Yeah, that would be my privilege if I was a dumbass.
But you see, that was the neighborhood that was the neighborhood that I grew up in. So I was comfortable walking down the street there
What, in
because
Houston?
I was with the more
No.
dangerous people, if that makes sense. They were
Probably
my
because
next
they knew
door
who you
neighbors.
were. So it's
Well-
still color if somebody white walks in their neighborhood and they're like, "You ain't from around here, boy," and they're like,
Wait, y'all just gonna brush over that Beth was in the gang? Jesus.
Well, no, I think there's also a male and female metric here that makes a difference too. A white lady might be able to walk down area where a white dude wouldn't be able to. You know, like so there
Or
is
she
a
might get
difference there as
snatched up.
well. This is something I've noticed in amongst a lot of content creator forums and things like this. Whenever people on the left and right get into arguments and debates about this, what a lot of the young ladies on the left don't understand, and I would say even some conservative women, because they didn't have to live it, is like being a guy doesn't matter what politic form you have. Being a guy is different from being a girl. Walking down the street in Fourth Ward as a white guy, I would get fucked up. Walking down the street in Fourth Ward as a white girl, you may not. So
I thought
the
you were
fear
saying Fort
matrix
Worth.
is different.
My bad.
The
Fourth
fear matrix
Word.
is very different.
Fourth Ward.
You know,
Fourth Ward.
Fort- Where
which
is that?
we had Ward.
Houston.
Is that in Louisiana? Oh, I thought you were saying Fort Worth. My bad.
I don't know. So
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
go
the
ahead.
wards are in Houston.
Use Texas with
go
Louisiana
there
again.
much.
The Texans are gonna love you.
It was well, I don't know if it's still quite that bad. I'd stay out of
Texas
that
is a
area,
big
but it was
country, isn't
pretty
it?
bad. It was pretty bad about 25, 30 years ago. It was bad.
Beth,
Can we all just
Beth, can
agree
I
that
ask you a
Texas is the best
question?
country,
Anything.
though? I mean, Texas
No,
is the
no,
best
no.
country, right?
I'd say it's
Anybody say?
big. It's
As
big
soon as
enough for
we
you
can get a
to
second here.
ignore the wards of Houston, but
I know.
it's not the best country. No.
I'm a
Mark,
right.
Texas is the best country.
I'm a
Mark,
crazy
say you
right
want to
winger
ask
here.
me something.
I agree.
I'm a crazy
Texas
right
is the best
winger in
country.
here, but let me put this in here for you. In comparison, Cali's gonna kick your ass because they have the higher GDP. You brokies, fucking.
I don't know what you're
broke-ass
talking about,
cattle
dude.
herders down
Excuse me,
there, right?
Texas
look,
puts in more to the federal
man.
government than they get in subsidies, which California
That
stand
just
cannot
means that they
claim.
put in more, right? We're talking GDP, baby. The amount of money they generate. There's something about those.
It's going
fucking
down.
grape farmers over there are getting
Can,
rich.
can
It's
Well,
going
here's
down
the-
because
here's the
there's an
problem.
exodus.
try and ask me?
The problem with the
Gentlemen.
GDP is that it doesn't approach reality.
Beth would like
Well,
to
of
say
course it doesn't,
something.
right? But we're taking cheap shots at Texas,
Yo,
right?
Beth is the host. Let her say some shit. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Actually, Marte was trying to ask me something, and everybody just went, "Bleh." So
Well, actually, this is germane to the topic, believe it or not. So I will never date black women, and I know I'm making an absolute claim. I'm just going to say this. They're actually the most unfit in the nation. And statistically, we could see that. And the reason why I think is because they'd fuck up their weaves and lace fronts. And if I date a white girl, I'm also not paying for weaves and lace fronts and also nails. So that way they could do finger snapping in my face and shit. So here's the topic that I want to get to. And I want to ask you this question, Beth. So I've noticed that when I see black women date me or black guys, the problem with this is the disrespect from black women is at its heightened state for black men. But I noticed that when they date white people, they're like the most feminine, most kind. Do you see this in society? I'm just curious.
Is this different flavors of black women?
They'll just respect the shit out of us, but when they date white men, they're like they're most feminine compared to dating us.
I think that there's something to that actually. And I've never actually thought about it before, but now that I'm sitting here like running through it,
right?
Like I actually, not always though. Of course, I mean you can never make a monolith out of anything.
I can almost make a monolith. I'll say that. I can almost make a monolith.
Personally, I would say it would be
ageist
the
around here because you're forgetting that those white women tend to grow up to become the old Karens, right? Like they stand out in the middle of the street,
Well,
yelling
no,
at shit, right?
He's talking about black women who are dating white men, and that they tend to be more feminine and are more
towards white men. Yeah,
they have more decorum and are classier.
Wait, hang on.
They
change their behavior
in themselves.
They change their behavior for us.
Important question.
No, they're not changing. This is good. Sorry.
Okay, so the difference between these melanated women, the ones that you're talking about on each side of this, is the difference in how they pronounce ask versus axe.
Or ambulance.
Also,
they'll say ambulance too. That's also another big issue.
Does that correlate? Because that's just that. I think that's a where you were raised issue, not necessarily a color of your skin issue.
I am not allowed to comment on this topic. I am so white, I can't do it.
You've got.
I would say. I would.
No, I'm
really,
Hispanic. I could talk about
seen...
all the shit for days.
Hey,
I'll give you an example that's fictitious. Look at Napoleon Dynamite when he dated that black woman. She was so sweet and feminine, but she would have never been feminine towards me or any black populace.
That was Kip, his brother. You uneducated degenerate. That was his brother Kip that was dating that chocolate princess.
Saying, but I think to be genuine and fair about how we're talking about it, I think there's more to it than just a black woman with a white man. I think there's also the societal construct that they're living in and coming from that has something to do with that. Because I have seen.
That's what I said.
I've seen a black girl dating a white dude in the ghetto, and they treat him like shit. But I've seen a black girl dating a white dude in upscale, quote unquote, type society, and they treat him good. But I've seen the same thing with like a black girl dating a black guy in upscale society. They treat him good. So I think there's more to the societal construct to play. And I don't know all the interpersonal relationship metrics, right, that's going on behind the scenes. I just know what I can see from the outside as an observer. That's all.
In Lake Tahoe.
I have to respond to that, Cleaner. The thing with the metropolitan, I would say cosmopolitan black woman that's educated and a boss babe is going to be extremely masculine, I would say, more often than not when you talk about this. So on the other side, it's less educated. Now you have finger snapping, the axe, ambulance question. It's like now all of a sudden you have there's almost no in between because it's a unicorn with black women. I think that a lot of liberal white women would just put us at a monolith and be like, oh my God, white guilt and all, which is a psyop, by the way, doesn't exist. They'll like worship black men for some reason and then tell you to hate white men, which is really weird. The only white men that they'll tell you to like are gay men. But when it comes to conservative black men, they don't like them. They hate us. So it's like, it's just weird out here with the race relations out here. But I see more of a monolith leaning towards this as we progress into the future.
I think
I've seen what you're saying. I have.
Mr. Adventure, Zach in the house. Thank you for the raid, sir.
Obviously, would be like an exception. I would not be because we both know.
If you're feeling adventurous, is a chill streamer who mixes politics, gaming, and good vibes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
He's
disagree.
all about mental health support.
But then again, I mean, I would say
values.
that like right now,
catch him adventuring, gaming with friends,
even for
analyzing real estate deals.
A good wife.
And Grumple,
like
total goat
right now as well.
It's literally in your.
I agree. Yep.
Absolutely.
Zach, I just want to
It's real easy
debate
to find a good wife, right? Nothing
No, it's
alcohol.
battle royale
everybody's
contest, and
completely
then we rate it
submissive.
into this.
That's not a
Come
good wife.
on.
You're
The necessity of alcohol precludes her from being a good wife.
No, well, first
when we were
it
on
improves
grids.
her appearance.
I'm not
like,
changing the title.
It just depends on who's consuming it. For
Thank you for the
starters,
raid,
right?
sir.
You have to
Second one
wake
is,
up to her the
how the
next
hell
day.
do you
What
argue with a drunk passed
Oh, it was
out
different.
person,
It was
right?
like a
I mean,
debate context.
The tools are. The
like
problem
each
is in our
time was
society,
different.
We can't seem to find
Actually, the one.
That's the real
You're
problem.
using a
My
temporary
best
metric
one that's
to
going to
look
be.
at
I'm
long
going to make
life
a short
spending
out
with
of it.
somebody,
Was
where you have to look at them without makeup the next day.
I said
you can look at them with beer
basically
goggles, but that's
Starship
like a
Troopers.
temporary fix. To
Service should equal citizenship.
I mean, I think there's a mental
And
component
I
to it here as well, though. I
stomped
mean,
it.
I don't want to be married to an invalid. I want a good wife.
Well, I'm pretty sure he was just like joking.
It'll be a
Oh,
short.
he could be. I can't see him. He's not on cam. I can't see him.
Because it's like
crazy. Yeah,
I can't see
7
him.
or 10
He's
minutes.
not.
Unless
I
I
didn't
didn't
know
make
if
it
he was
short.
joking.
Maybe some editing.
You're just
But
teasing.
that'll be my first
I
short.
do think that it does
actually
come
on
down
my
to
YouTube
actually
channel.
there being a significant amount of weight when it comes down to the economic situations as far as the way that people behave, and you can
Right now,
see it
you came
based on,
into.
you know,
Somebody brought up